Good morning, good evening, or good afternoon. Gonna be doing some art. We have Jouzu on. Let me make sure that your sound is on. So please
Hello?
say hi.
Hello?
So please
Hello?
say hi. Oh yeah, you are.
Did you break things?
I did broken
Have you
things.
broken things again?
I did broke. I'm always the broken things, dude. I am the broken thing.
You do have a thing to break the audio things. I've
Oh,
seen
dude,
you.
I am just the worst with audio. I don't know why I'm that bad. Maybe it's the ADHD thing. I don't know, but I got so mad at myself for that one stream that I
Mm.
really needed audio for. I was so pissed, dude. I was like, no, I'm absolutely going to be restreaming this and doing
Yeah,
it
man.
over. I was so mad about it. After
Yeah,
that, I
man.
was like, I really need to pay attention to what I'm doing.
Yeah, man. That's why if you ever see me and I'm like very fastidious and I'm very slow going about shit and I just leave things a certain way, that's why I'm very
Yo,
particular.
what's up, dude? Sorry, I'm just getting on, so don't mind if everything's a little shady. How's it going, man? I don't
Yeah,
even got music
that's
or anything
why
going yet.
that is absolutely why you'll see me leave things.
Oh, dude, I'm the worst with it. Oh my god, dude, I was so angry because I went in the morning and I checked it, and
Mm.
sure enough, it was I'm hearing myself, and there's no game audio. I was
Mm.
so fucking
Mm.
mad.
I'll make you laugh. Lethal Company had no audio for the entire stream.
Are you fucking serious?
I think it had your voice, and then I think I was muted, and everybody else by extension because it was game audio. Everybody else is muted.
I'm so pissed.
Yeah,
Thanks, dude.
that sucked too because there was that funny moment. I was gonna go back and clip it. There was
Ah.
that part where like I came up on you with the freaking Warhammer, the Final Fantasy Warhammer, and I wasn't expecting to kill you because I thought we were still in space. And so I just raised it as high as I could, and I waited 3 seconds, and I went, "Yeah!" And you like immediately dropped.
Oh
I
no.
think I even made the sound too, which was worse.
I'm going over my sound again just cause.
Oh,
Just
oh yeah.
just
If it was working the last time, don't change anything because
no
it
no
was
no
working the
yeah
last time.
yeah
I
you're right
checked it.
you're right all right you're right. Let
The
me
fucking because I think I popped in for like 5 seconds. It was like the last time you were playing Expedition, it was working.
all right, that's fine. Yeah, I went back and double checked it just in case.
Cool.
Um it was, oh my god. It was, yeah, it's been bothering me ever since. Bothering me.
But yeah, that was one of those. I was like, oh man. But yeah, the Warhammer shit was funny as hell. It's
Yeah, it was
whack.
fun. I'm not gonna lie. It was great to pick that back up again. Uh
Yeah,
it felt really good. I'm just gonna play something random until we know what the hell we're doing.
it's cool. They just need to add. I feel like it's at this bad point where like the best innovation that comes to that game is always user generated.
You know what I am gonna do, just so I won't mess up the audio? I'm not actually gonna play what we call this time. I'm
Mm.
not gonna play Spotify because I would have to go back and mess with the audio sense. I don't feel like doing that.
Mm. Mm. Mm.
I'm just gonna play some stuff from. I had some stuff open that I wanted to check
Cool.
out from before. Where is it? It's like is it this one?
What am I looking for?
Some Japanese dude made a midnight mellow thing, and I thought it might be dope. It might not be, but you know, if it's not, then fuck it. I don't know. Even though I'd really like to just play
It's
whatever.
gonna be J-pop. It's gonna be 8-year-old Japanese girls.
Oh god, I hope not.
Year-old Japanese girls.
Oh
It's
god, I hope you
pretty
guys can
terrible.
hear it.
Pretty bad.
I hope you guys can hear it. I don't know. It's all right for now. If we don't like it, I'm putting it back on Spotify, and I'll just fuck with the audio settings. I'm not worried about it too much.
Kawaii.
Anyways, one of the things. Okay, I'm gonna obviously mess with Orc Woman for Rhyme Man.
Cool.
I did do this last night, which is okay. It was from one of the other characters. This one. I did another picture of this one. I changed the suit.
Pretty cool.
I did more with this. And I have the reference photo that I got it from. I just gotta find it.
What is this?
What?
This one you got pulled up. Is it an OC or?
OC.
Oh, okay.
It's an OC character. Old story I had.
Oh, okay, neat.
Doing the sketch side by side was a pain in the ass. As you can see, the hand is fucking horrible. I gotta redo the sketch of the hand at some point.
Hey man, it's still better than AI if it makes you feel any better.
Oh god, with the yeah, dude. With like the 8 fingers. See, it was from this.
You're missing 3 fingers, bro. Nice. Pretty cool.
That's Mistress Freeman. So, yeah. And then I started sketching the other characters for it, which was here. So it should be about 4 characters worth of people at this point. See, and then I had this one as reference, because that's one of the characters I gotta, just the stance I'm taking.
Yeah.
And I think this was another one. Yeah, this is the other stance. And then I believe, was this the one? No, that's one of the characters. It was this one and this one here. I don't know if I'll be messing with that tonight per se, but just so you guys know, I was messing with recently.
Pretty cool.
But yeah, this one's gonna be pretty cool. The reason why I was messing with this a lot is because I've been thinking about the story behind this character so much, and I think this is probably one of the ones where I have a more developed story in my mind for it. So like, crapping out a couple of like manga pages of this won't be so hard for me to do, because I have it mapped out in my mind for the first time.
Right.
Ever. Probably because of how many fucking mangas I've been reading in the past like 7 weeks. It's probably unhealthy. I'm gonna be honest.
Should join a manga group.
No.
Like a manga circle.
No. I still have a problem with cringe.
I mean, I don't know. I think it just depends. Like, I think if it's a group, like, hear me out. Like, I think if it's a group of people, like, our collective age talking about it, it'd be just like a convention, you know?
Yeah, you're right.
About 5 or 6 people that are, roughly our age talking about it. It's different, Now, if it is people in their early 20s, and I'm not saying this is the case now, but it definitely was then yeah, they're going to be outrageous and yelling and being exaggerated. The typical dumbass behavior.
I gotta get Raimamon's picture.
I'm bored. I'm bored. Like, I don't need to look at you. I've seen you. They've made too many of you at this point. You're a rerun. You don't even know it.
You're a rerun?
Swear to God, it's like... I'm gonna tell this. Somebody's gonna pull the wrong line at some point. I'm just gonna be like, you're a rerun, right?
Oh no.
They used to play your ass out on cable television, bro. It'd be Caddyshack, 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 and you.
Sorry, I just thought about that way too hard. Caddyshack.
Play 3 hours of Caddyshack on TNT.
Ooh. Dude, you giving me flashbacks of the mid-90s with bullshit TV that was fucking... Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, look. I'm gonna put this out there. No one get mad at me for it, alright?
What?
I love it to death. But there's such a thing as too much MASH, bro. That came on out of nowhere, dude. Out of nowhere, dude. Can you even hear that? Yeah, it's there. I'm trying to go for no vocals. I don't know what's going on. Why does everything have vocals? Why does everything have vocals? Ooh. Okay. I think I'm sticking in this one. I gotta fix our eyes at some point. And our tusks. Shh.
What'd I miss?
Me messing with music. You're good. Me really trying to, see I left some blue in there. I gotta fix that.
Nice. I've got a confession to make.
Oh boy.
I've recently fallen down a podcast rabbit hole, and I've started listening to 2 of them.
Oh no.
Not sequentially, for the love of God. Weirdly enough, both of them have, I was gonna say your buddy, but no, Super Eye Patch Wolf.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, because I told you, like, I recently, I don't know, I'm no one of note, but I've never been the biggest fan of him. Not for reasons of, say, like Final Fantasy 15, where he had like a pretty good video essay on it and probably did that game, I don't know, a tremendous favor by like spelling out the fact that the game itself isn't as much of a mess.
He liked it a lot.
Yeah, he's like, oh yeah, no, it's just best experienced in the order in which it's probably meant to be experienced, not the way it was presented, where like the central conceit is relegated to a movie that you have to watch first. But no, he had a solid criticism of 15.
My problem with 15 right now is it's hard to go back to play. It still plays very well for its age, which is fantastic.
Yeah.
I just have a hard time going back to it because, like, you know, you just know what it could have been, kind of thing.
Yeah, it could have been remake, which is eventually what it got to be, you know?
Yeah.
In terms of the control scheme and in terms of the combat, or, you know, better yet, Rebirth. If it had stayed cooking just long enough, we'd have had a, you know, 15, but with a remake combat, you know?
It's that and story, dude. Story is just like, I remember when I beat it, right?
Yeah.
I remember because I took off that day. I can tell you how I'm super invested in fucking Final Fantasy games. I took off that day knowing that I was at the end of the game to beat it. And I beat it, and I felt fucking nothing. Nothing. I felt nothing. No. I was like, this is it. Like, first off, this is the most easy cop-out ending ever. And then I was just like, I got nothing out of this.
It was just a story the whole time.
Yeah, I got nothing. The ending was like pretty obvious. And then when you think about the ending that they give you, it's kind of bullshit because it's like you did the message that his father gave him about his life and what he should do with it. It's not what it was supposed to end. It just wasn't what it was supposed to end like.
It just wrapped. It was like, well, I guess this is the end.
The ending is the one point where you go, yeah. I get what's going on. I get why I get what happened. They, like, after all of the bullshit, they rushed it and they just put this out, and it's like,
you know what they need? They need a Sakaguchi, but for endings.
Yes.
They need a guy to come in there and be like, he's the ending guy. They just bring him in to finish the game.
They need that for 7 desperately right now.
We have to get Sakama-san.
Yeah.
They bring his ass in, and he has the one technique. He has the finisher.
Yo, bro, I'm desperate enough to have them just bring in fucking what's his name to give me an ending, dude. Hideo, yeah. Oh my god, dude, I've been Kojima and out recently. Like, I've been, you know, because I'm excited that this game's about to come out this month.
Yeah.
So I'll start seeing like snippets of shit that they're showing us, and I'm like, I'm losing my mind, dude. I'm super excited. Like, I'm thinking if I can. All right, this is a new thing. There's a lot of GameStops that are disappearing.
Oh yeah.
So I was thinking, I was about to go and pre-order it, but I might have to pre-order it online. Because I don't know a physical GameStop that's around anymore.
That's wild, bro.
Like, I think the main one is still around, but the one I usually go to, gone.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I mean, it probably doesn't help that they were... Did you hear about the recent thing with the Switch 2 and the stapling?
No.
Real funny. Apparently, they've been stapling receipts to the box. And they've been stapling through the box, through the screen of the console, bro.
Oh, no.
So people are getting Switch 2s, they're opening it and finding 2 little vampire pricks
Yo.
Right through their screen, yo. Oh man.
So
I'm
now
sure
they
they're
got a
probably
bunch of
pretty
fucking
happy about
recalls on that.
that. Yeah.
I got one guy at my job that's excited about getting it, and he'll ask me every day, even though I tell him fucking no, I'm not getting it. He's like, yeah, dude, you gotta go get it, right? I was like, no, I'm not gonna. This is like the fucking 10th time you asked me. I'm not gonna get it, dude.
So you also are dealing with your own version of Blue Beetle guy.
Yes.
Yeah, that's. I don't know what it is. There is.
There's
a
always one,
demo
dude.
of people that just don't read social cues at all, and they don't read body language.
There's a fucking term for it, ain't it?
Aside from autism,
No, there's
a
like
couple,
another
sure.
term, like another specific term, like they can't understand your facial social cues of when to stop fucking repeating the same
that's a
shit.
big one. I mean, that's a huge. I don't know if that's completely just autism, but like that's
No, there's another. Fuck, it'll come to me.
described by that.
I'll end up texting you at like 4:30 in the morning on a Saturday.
I found it.
Like, I remember.
But nah, yeah, there's I don't know what it is. It's like they don't read they don't read facial cues, they don't read nonverbals, they can't read the room, you know?
Yeah. He what was it? It was something I said about it. And I ended up accidentally sparking him to get it. And I was like, that's not what I meant, dude. Cause at first he was like, yo, so do you know about the... I don't know why I'm giving him that voice, but he was, you know what, what you think about the Switch 2? I was like, I don't know, man, I'm not getting that shit.
Yeah.
I was like, I sold my Switch, I don't even...
Yeah, it's like, why do I want the second
Why
one?
the fuck would I want that one? Yeah. And I'm sorry, even though I can't afford it, I'm not paying fucking $90 or $80 for a game. I barely pay that
Mario
shit
Kart?
now. Yeah, for fucking
Mario
Mario
Kart?
Kart? Come on, dude.
Come on, man.
No.
You could pay $100 right now and play Mario Kart, bro.
I will go back 100 years. I'll build a time machine that's worth $10 million to go back 20 years to play Mario Kart. I'm not fucking doing it for that.
Right.
That's bullshit. I'm not doing it.
Right. Oh, speaking of, that's a whole other side tangent I could have. But yeah, the Switch, all of
Sorry,
that
got a shiver.
bullshit. That's one of the reasons because I know you've been wondering. You're like, dude, why is this dude just? Because usually my ballpark is retro, but I've been hitting that real hard recently, and part of it is the Switch 2 bullshit. But it's also just the pricing model for everything going up is just not. It's becoming cost prohibitive.
Well, see, I don't know. It's so weird because what makes it weird for me is like, again, I live by myself, right?
Mm.
And it's like, living alone is already kind of like hard. You know what I mean? Like most of the people I know don't live alone. You know what I mean? I know out of all of like my friends, right? Not even family, but my friends. I probably know about 4 that live alone. 4. The rest of them either are with a partner or still with family, right? Which, fucking thumbs up, because fuck, you know what I mean?
Right.
But it's like, I can't imagine if you did. You know what I mean? Because
Right.
I don't know how much either harder or easier that would be. Instead, like, you got kids and the whole 9, and if you have a good partner, you know, it could work.
Right.
But if you don't, and you're the one that's like doing everything, I don't know how you're pulling it off. And then on top of that, fucking the world is getting more expensive as is. I don't know how you're coping with all of that. I don't know how you're pulling that off. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm not
Hypothetical of kids. I mean, it could be one of those,
financially
like,
well off. I don't know.
No, I mean, it could be shared income. I mean, it is one of those things where it's like,
But that's a
if you have
good
cool
partner.
enough- yeah, it's like you have a cool enough old lady, y'all go halvesies on getting a new system because it's something you both enjoy, and then it's something you both enjoy, not it's something that one of you enjoys at the expense of the other person. And usually that's how gaming, at least for
game.
me in my relationships, how it's always been.
Most areas
Where it's
have
like
been-
my hobby is always at the expense
Yeah.
of the other person, even if they're a person that says they share that as a value.
Yeah.
I love gaming. Okay, cool. Here's BioShock. You love BioShock, right?
God.
You played the first two and beat the fucking second one and sat there and watched me play the entire fucking game just so you could watch me see the ending, see that it sucked, and seethe. I got to the end of BioShock 2. I was like, why the fuck did I play this, man? And I was like, I remember looking. I was like, did you fucking know that this shit sucked? And she just went, oh yeah, I did. I could have told you. I was like, I have a question. Why didn't you tell me?
I
Fuck.
I
don't know why that was that complicated. It's just like I was in it for hours, bro. At any point in time, you could just look over and be like, you know, the ending of this game is bullshit, right? You don't have to play this. We could just play Infinite. I would have been happy.
Yeah, I'm jealous of Silver. Silver, you bastard. But
I would have been happy. I would have been real happy to have just skipped 2 and gone right to Infinite.
I remember beating, because I think I beat it in the bundle. I got the bundle.
Yeah.
And I went to go, I played it and it was like over the weekend. Luckily, I beat it over like a weekend. I like just sat in the house, you know what I mean? One of those weekends where it's like I got a new game, I'm just chilling out. And I went from BioShock straight to BioShock 2.
Right.
Like, so I can't imagine people who've like waited for this. You know what I mean? I literally just went 1 to 2. And I beat it. And I was like, why did I play this? Like that's how I felt. I was like, why did I even fucking play this fucking game?
Now I'll put an asterisk in it. I will say that the bad ending of that game, in particular for BioShock 2, the bad ending should be canon because that should have set up the third game. The third game should have been all the plasmid crazies going to the surface.
That would have been dope. They have this thing.
They can't figure out where to take sequels.
That's like everything. Like,
yeah.
Like, would they do that with? I mean, granted, it still could be good because it hasn't come out yet.
Yeah.
But what is it? 28 years later?
Oh yeah.
It's coming out. But like the premise is completely different. I like the way that it ended in the second one, 28 weeks later. Where it was like, they started spreading, like they went to Paris and it was a possibility that they started really spreading even more to other cities. It's like, why didn't we just go to another city?
Right.
I don't want such a gap, even though realistically there has been a gap. I don't like that. It goes on that list with fucking space, and you know what I mean? Like, don't do too large of gaps with storylines. It doesn't work, man.
Right.
Granted, 28 days, weeks, and years is almost like an anthology in itself, so it can be anything, but I'd rather it just kind of stay somewhere in like the medium of what's going on.
True.
I don't want all that extra bullshit. Alright, this song's pretty alright.
Could have had just more good BioShock. But yeah, it could have been a good setup, and then Infinite could have been Infinite. It's fine. But Infinite could have been the original Vision 2, which was going to be more of a horror kind of experience.
Yeah, I think BioShock Infinite should have just been its own different. I don't know.
As it is, it's not bad. It just needed to. I almost feel like it just needed a different title, to be honest.
I wouldn't
mind if they had called it something else.
If they would have just called it like Infinite Sky or some shit like that, I would be like, okay, this is BioShock and same creators, but it's a different game.
Yeah. All you'd have to do is call Sky something, and then be like, from the makers of BioShock. You would have sold.
It would have sold. It would have
millions of copies.
That was
taken nothing.
That was one of the first games in the past 7 years that I played it was the first game I was like really disappointed when I finished it, because I bought the like special case or whatever, the metal case for it, I had like all of that, and it was like my ex wanted to play it heavily at the time. She's like, "Oh, let's go!" And I was like, "All right, fuck it." So we got it, and first off, I got it for her, and then she's like, "No, you play it, right?" I was like, "Oh, for fuck's sake!" So I was thinking she played it after. She still loves it. I don't know if she does now, whatever. But she loved it or whatever, and played it after me. But I remember we were sitting there over the weekend, and it was another weekend thing, and we beat it. And I remember I was really fucking mad. I was just sitting there like, yeah, this is it. Like I didn't even. Like I was just disappointed.
Yeah.
And I was kind of like, I hope this isn't like gonna become a trend with shitty story writing for games now. But you know, we're kind of in that decade, so.
I didn't mind it particularly. I do mind it as a BioShock game, but I thought what it did with time travel and the fact that it managed to somehow juggle it without.
I like that. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I'm not gonna lie.
That was cool.
I did like that. I think that's what it is. I think it's because it's considered attached to BioShock is why it really sucked to me.
Yeah. It's like that, and then the fact that it's a lot of Medal of Honor or oh wow. Call of Duty. Sorry, that's a dated reference. Most people are gonna hear Medal of Honor. I'm like, what is that? It's very Call of Duty with plasmids. You know.
Yeah.
It's very action oriented.
Sorry, I just realized I gotta make. This is gonna sound weird. Just bear with me. I gotta make a boob stand out a little more right here.
It's fine. It's not helped by the fact that you went to zoom in, and now I've got the loading icon, and it's like right where her nip would be.
Sorry,
I think
buddy.
Twitch has its own sense of humor.
I know Ryman Man has been wanting me to get to the axe, so I know I'm gonna be getting to that in a minute.
But yeah, neat premise otherwise. But yeah. Going back to the earlier segue. Yeah. So yeah, I came around on Super Eye Patch Wolf stuff. He had a podcast with a couple of friends that I told you like he'd started like 10 years ago, and I guess wrapped in the last couple of years.
Yeah.
And then no shit, do you know who Wooly or Wooly Versus is?
No.
So Wooly was in a channel called Super Best Friends Play, I think was the name of the
I
channel.
know that channel.
Yeah, it was like him and two other guys. One of them was like, I don't know if he's Irish, but he's like an Irish-looking guy. He's a guy that kind of makes me think of just like another version of Louis C.K., like his face at least.
Oh, wow.
But I think they had beef. I don't know. It was like him,
Oh.
that guy, and then I think it was maybe Matt McMuscles. I don't know. There was about 3 people, but yeah, they had all split off. And I think Wooly Versus and one of the dudes went and founded Castle Super Beast, which is another channel. But anyway, so Wooly Versus and Super Eye Patch Wolf. Anyway, going back to it, he had an older podcast where Wooly Versus popped up for a second, or Wooly did.
Yeah.
And then more recently, within like the last year and some change, they've started a joint podcast just out of the blue. Like
that's kind of dope.
It's just the two of them.
Interesting.
It's just the two of them, and what they're doing right now is they're doing kind of like challenge-based content where like they might cover some stuff, but at the end of each episode they'll challenge the other person to like pick up something new or pick up something different. And some of those episodes are pretty funny. It's almost got like a flavor of like Unis Honest to it, you know?
Oh, that's dope.
Where a lot of the appeal of that was challenge-based stuff, but yeah, some of the stuff they're tasking each other with is pretty funny. Some of it pretty cool. Some of it, like, man, I wouldn't wish some of the stuff they're getting into on like some of my worst enemies. Like one of the games they looked at was Fear and Hunger.
I know that fucking. Oh my god, dude.
Yeah.
No.
So they pulled that shit early on. I was like, ooh.
Jesus.
That's a punishment. That's a punishment, bro.
They went too far.
They came out of the gate swinging, and then I think one of the things Wooly got hit with at some point, I think it was him, was Super Eye Patch Wolf goes, "Hey man, said you put down Berserk, right?" He's like, "I'm gonna task you with catching up to where you left off.
Oh
from, you know,
no.
I was like, oh no, how could you do that? Like they've got like a month or whatever prep time
Yeah.
or whatever for the episodes. But all the same though, man, a month to catch up
To
from
catch
wherever
up?
he left
No,
off, which
dude.
could have been as long ago as like what do you call it? The golden era or whatever. I forget what the fuck it's called. Yeah, I think it's the golden era. Where it's like the Band of the Hawk is still together.
Yeah,
Like,
Jesus,
it could have been that
dude.
long ago, you know, and he's got months and months and months to catch up on. But yeah, stuff like that. But yeah, interesting premise, cool execution. But yeah, it's just the two of them just chilling, shooting the shit. Kind of low resource maintenance wise. I mean, it's not too dissimilar to some of the stuff that like you saw kind of cropping up content wise during you know, lockdown.
Yeah.
Because
Oh, that's dope.
obviously like what do you call it? Geographically disconnected from each other. What's his name's out of Dublin. I
Really?
don't know where. I think Wooly's out of Canada.
All this time?
Mhm.
They're not Wooly. I'm thinking, what's his name?
What's his face? Yeah,
I didn't know that.
yeah. What's his face? Has got a bit of the old. Irish to
Ah,
him.
that's why he's okay. That That
Yeah.
makes sense. That makes
weird.
a lot of sense.
It's weird because once I figured that out, I'm like, oh wait, so I think okay, if I had to hypothetically guess what happened with him and just content was, I think maybe he saw Jacksepticeye and went, shit.
Yeah,
At some point or at some level, he saw that and was like, okay,
I can't do
this
that.
is now the expectation of Irish people on YouTube. I have got to seriously couch anything like prevailing accent-wise because I didn't know that for the longest time.
That's
And,
wild.
like all the more recent stuff I've been catching with his, you know, voice. I'm like, oh yeah, no, there it is. Yeah, you can tell. That's cool.
Don't mind me. I'm trying to fucking. I had to fix. It was gonna kill me because I know that the band that was on her arm was on the other arm, and I was like, oh, shit. Now I gotta get rid of that on that arm.
Oops.
And her titty's in the way, so I can't really show the other band. So
Good.
sorry, Ryman, man. It is what it is, my friend.
Let's see, what did they call? Yeah. One of the episodes was every leprechaun movie versus the Vengeance trilogy.
What?
So one of them got tasked with watching the entire Leprechaun trilogy, and then the other one had to watch, I think it's like Lady Vengeance.
Lady Vengeance, yeah. The
Yeah.
sweet.
What's the other ones?
Vengeance.
But yeah, that.
Oh,
Whole
I
trilogy.
want to rewatch Lady Vengeance because the last time I watched it was fucking when it came out.
I need to see it.
I gotta watch it at some point again.
Yeah,
I
gotta
have it
see-
on. Okay, you know what I've been up to? You said you've been up to podcasts.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sound very fucking old when I say this, but fuck it. I've been doing library shit.
Nice.
Been going to the library. I know, right?
No, man.
But they got this. It's pretty dope. Like they got a you could do shit online now for the library as long as you have a library card.
Yeah.
And they have like apps where you can borrow fucking like audiobooks and all that kind of shit.
Yeah.
But they also have a secondary app where they let you borrow movies. And their movie selection is insane. Like they have like Lady Vengeance, Mirror Mask, like weird out of place shit that I would never expect to find. Like shit I can't find. They actually have, and it's weird. Like they have Carmen, dude. They have Carmen
Oh wow.
on there. I'm like, fuck it, yeah, I gotta get this.
Wow.
It's pretty dope. So yeah, you just reminded me, yeah, because I saw Lady Vengeance on there last night, and I was like, I gotta check this out. But I'm in the middle of. I started. I'm halfway through it, but I'm gonna stop when I get to the halfway point. But I got the audiobook of the latest Girl in the Dragon Tattoo book, which is A Girl in the Eagle's Talons, I believe.
Nice.
I was listening to that last night, and then I was like, I wonder what's on the movie app, and that's when I was like, that's Lady Vengeance? Oh, fucking, huh.
What the hell?
Anyway, he got
dope, yeah.
tasked with fucking watching all of that.
Yeah. Yeah, the other one had to watch all of Leprechaun, bro, which, like,
Yo,
depending on
alright.
whatever you say is the cutoff is...
In space.
Huh?
Space, dude.
Oh, no, including space.
No, I'm saying, like, that's where I was like, all right, I'm done. But
Yo.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I loved space the most. It's the only... What?
I was gonna say, I just need to see him at some point, because I've heard In the Hood is pretty funny, because it's got, what is it?
Yes.
Is it Ice-T?
Fuck, dude, I cannot remember who's in it.
I feel like it's Ice-T.
I don't think it's Ice-T.
And then apparently they go back to the Hood too, so it did well enough to warrant a sequel.
Yep. Leprechaun is something else. That's all I gotta say. Leprechaun. Okay, put it this way. My cousin had the best way of putting it, and it was he used to have a term. And that was like, yo, dude, it's like one of those full moon movies. Like, you get what you get. Like, don't criticize it. Just watch it. And what he means by that is full moon was the full moon entertainment, you know, in the 80s and shit like that.
Yeah.
Where they made all of those, like, shitty horror films. Like, they were the Bloomhouse of fucking the 80s. And, you know, they made shit like Puppet Master, all of that.
Oh, yeah.
And it was like, you know it's going to be shit, but you're just going to have a good time. It's like you put Leprechaun in that category.
Right.
Once you do that, you're fine.
Right. Yeah, I haven't seen one of them. I don't know what it was.
Dude.
I got exposed early on to, like, some of the best horror sans any of the franchises. So I missed all of Friday the 13th, missed all of Nightmare on Elm Street, missed all of... what are some of the other ones? I think those are the big... I feel like there's a big three.
Nightmare... Would you say Jason?
Yep.
Halloween.
Halloween, yeah. Oh, well, okay, I didn't miss all of Halloween. That is the one exception, because a couple of years ago they did a couple of marathons where they played like 4 and 5 and 6, and I just happened to stumble into it, and I was like, oh, it seems pretty cool.
I saw the worst one in movie theaters.
Oh, and which one?
H2O.
Oh, man.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, they were trying to soft reboot it with that one, if I remember right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I had Jamie Lee Curtis back when, like, Jamie Lee Curtis looked like the Jamie Lee Curtis that everyone knows how to look like.
True.
The short hair and all that shit. So,
True. Yeah. So I missed out on all those. But yeah, I didn't see Halloween 4. I think it's 4 and 5 because they're part of a duology of the entire series. It's Danielle Harris when she's all of like 7, 8 years old. You know, before she's running around and Rob Zombie's version with like her tits out, which is like very weird. It's very weird. I'm just gonna throw this out. It's very weird because I
can't remember how Rob Zombie's Michael looked.
Oh, he was. I can't remember. One of them was a wrestler.
Was he so overdone? Like, I'm just saying, like the.
Oh yeah, at least in one of them, may have been 2.
Like they made him huge, and of course have the Rob Zombie hair, and it's like, all right, dude.
Of course.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right
Rob
now.
Zombie.
Yeah, he looked like. Sorry, it's this computer. He's Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. He's huge for no reason.
Yeah.
With Rob Zombie
and then I
hair.
think they made him like growl or grunt in the second one.
I can't remember. I remember that the mask looked like poisoned and cut up or whatever. I was like, okay.
I just seen random titty flesh of a person that I saw when I was much younger, and when they were much, you know what I mean? It's like it's fucked up. Like it's kind of like seeing Jennifer Connelly in the ass.
Oh
to ass
God,
sequence.
Jesus
You know what I mean? Like,
Christ! Yes.
On the heels of just seeing the labyrinth, where your brain goes, "I'm sorry, excuse me."
That's like the main reason why I can't. I've watched that movie.
And I'm like, what am I looking
I own it, and I don't watch it.
Yeah, or if I do, I have to specifically skip
that. It? Yeah.
Because my brain, like, I'm cool with the rest because it's Darren Aronofsky, but like that part, I just gotta just.
And then the main song is what really it fucks me up right now because they use that song in fucking the Lord of the Rings, fucking commercial for what is the second movie?
Yep.
For the trailers and the commercial. And I'm like, does anybody know what this comes from? How did they even get their hands on this?
It's like, how did they get their hands on this? Why did they do it?
And everyone for
putting this
years.
together?
Yeah, everyone for years was like, oh, did y'all remember? It's like, yeah, you do realize it's not what that came from, right? It's horrible. Horrible.
I think I told you this, but it's I call it Mandela effect, but I thought for the longest time that the dude who said ass to ass was actually Terry Crews.
Terry Crews, it was fucking, oh my god, it was fucking Nabushime from Pitch Black.
Like
Not Nabushime, that was his son's name.
Keith David?
Keith David, yeah.
Yeah.
That's another reason why I can't watch it. I can't see Keith David playing such a fucking despicable person.
A vile character, yeah, because he's a real cool, like, he's cool in most things, you know?
So weird.
Played the devil or something exactly like one time.
Yeah. And it was a comedy.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It hits me hard.
Yeah. I have to just skip that. Like, nope. Is that Jennifer Connelly? Didn't I just see her as a teen? Nope.
Like, wasn't she just jump magic jump? What the fuck? I can't watch this.
Just seen her running around as a kid. I can't do it.
And
man.
for me, this was back when I was really starting to know actors and shit like that, and I was like heavily into Labyrinth, and I didn't really know like Jennifer Connelly otherwise. I didn't even know she was in other stuff. Like, I didn't even know she was in Dark City until like years after, right?
Oh yeah.
And like the next movie I see her in is this fucking film. You know what I mean?
Oof.
And I was like, no.
Oof.
I was tortured, man. I was hurt. I was a little hurt.
I knew she kind of disappeared, not fell off necessarily,
Like,
but I was like, oh,
late
I've seen her
90s?
in a lot of things.
Like, there was like a 7-year period where she like disappeared, dude.
Yeah, it's like she kind of popped up in this and then vanished. I wonder what this movie's about. Oh.
But I think that's because she had her first kid in like 97 or some shit like that.
Yeah,
I think she just took off for a couple of years.
Was solid though, Dark City.
Yeah.
I don't know that it was a critical darling. I don't think it did well financially.
Yeah, but it's a pop culture thing now.
Stupid. Yeah, it's a cult classic at this point.
Classic, yeah.
Any of your typical 90s film fans, like if you work with one and you know who I'm talking about, there's always one. There's always the one guy who's got the shelves on shelves on shelves of like DVDs and tapes and shit.
It's funny you said that because, yeah, I do know one guy.
He's got a copy of Dark City, I can tell you right now. I don't know what format he's got it in, but he's got at least one copy. Could be on tape.
Did you get me my copy of Dark City?
No, I think I got you a copy of The Crow.
Yeah, you did, dude. It's like the best version. It's what is it, the 25th anniversary or whatever?
No, I didn't do anything. I was being cheap. I seen that shit because I got mine at the same time. It's just the OG regular ass Blu-ray.
Shit's
edition.
dope though, man. It's like one of the only Blu-rays I'll still like pop on, knowing I want to watch The Crow.
Yeah. It still looks good too. It's a decent. It's a real good transfer. I don't think it's one of those that suffers from any of the artifacting and weird bullshit that they started doing. They started, man. I don't know. That's a whole topic in and of itself. But they've started really, with all the 4K stuff, doing some really weird shit in terms of like filtering and smoothing out actors' faces.
Yeah, dude.
Making them look puppety and shit. And I'm like, I don't see. Here's my problem. My problem was, I was already kind of iffy about the concept of like even buying to own movies because movies are just so fleeting, and half the time when you see them, it's like, you know, you almost want to see them in a theater. You know, you want the spectacle of the film, but you don't necessarily want to own it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Depending. Now, The Crow is one of those movies that I want to own. Street Fighter, dare I say, the first version of the movie, not the animated movie even, which I still need to buy, with Raul Julia, I want to own that because that's one of those conversation pieces where 5, 10, 15 years, it seems like every couple of years somebody hasn't seen it. I'm like, oh, buddy,
Yeah.
get ready. Which I can't do with like Legend of Chun-Li. But anyway, point being, there's some of those movies that I want to own them, but other movies I'm like, and now this is just adding more points to that category of like, I'm not sure that I really want to own this. I'm like, do I want to buy a version of the Matrix that you guys have gone in and recolor fucked with, and you guys have changed the color balance? Or do I want to remember what the movie looked like? Or do I want to track down an original copy of the DVD with the color processing that it had, you know?
Yeah.
Which I don't know if you know about that. Yeah, they went back and they different versions of the Matrix are color
Yeah,
graded
no, I know.
differently.
It's one of the major reasons why I got so they did a weird thing. If I can remember, I could have this wrong. I remember they did a weird thing back when they announced Revolutions, and they started coming out with a whole different bunch of different, like, Blu-ray different copies of them.
Yeah.
And I got one that was like one of the first versions of the Blu-rays that they had, where they got all 3 movies in one, and it looked like a book.
Yeah.
I got that one. And I was like, I got it. The minute I got home, I was like, I gotta turn it on and make sure everything still looks fucking green. And it does. And I was like, thank God. Like,
right.
I don't want it to look anything different.
Right. It's like, there's a way that film, they need to have a company called like Zitz or Warts and All, and it's just like, that's their entire purpose, is just film preservation.
Yeah.
It's just a society of film enthusiasts dedicated to like not tampering with shit. Because you gotta have something put in place to keep people from monkeying around, you know?
He's just gonna George Lucas that whole shit, dude.
Yeah, I was gonna say, we gotta prevent the future George Lucasing
just
of
let them
film
George
from
Lucas
happening.
that whole shit, buddy. It's alright.
Because they gotta cut down. We don't need a copy of Predator where Arnold Schwarzenegger's face looks like rubber, you know?
Oh God.
We don't need that. I don't care if it is 1080p on a 4K display. Fight me, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
It's like it could be 1080p and look a little bit lower res at the expense of Arnold Schwarzenegger looking like rubber. Like, come on, man. But yeah, the filtering thing, I don't know. That's one of those things that gets a bit irritating. So yeah, it's hard having an interest in film, and especially in owning film, when they keep doing shit like that. And
you don't know which version you got?
And then it just makes it difficult to even, you know, participate in that space, because then you're like, okay, well then I'm buying shit to stream it. Oh, I'm kind of part of the problem at that point.
Yeah.
It's like, I will say, you know, I have been to the theater more often as a result. So I mean, maybe their plan is working. Maybe fucking with films has forced me to go back to the theater.
You just reminded me, dude. We gotta go see fucking Ballerina came out.
Oh yeah, I'd seen that.
So we gotta make a day to go see that shit.
Yeah, man. D at some point, that'd be cool to check out. Especially since it's Ana de Armas.
They can't see my movie.
I gotta know if she still has the funny, you know, if her
she's gonna be in the movie
cadence,
like,
if she still has the same cadence to her voice, if she's still like jumpy, you know.
Can you help me finish this job, Johnny Week? Dude. Oh my God. Oh my God, dude.
It's great, man.
Dude, I will, oh my God, I will fucking explode. My head will just fucking turn into gummy bears if she says some wild shit like that while I'm watching it. I'll lose my mind, man.
I mean, it's pretty genius, man. They put her in a role where she's like a, you know, a hit woman, you know.
I love that woman.
Killer for hire, and then she probably doesn't have to say too much.
I don't know what you did. I don't know what you did, because I fucking hated her years ago, and you're like, dude, just give her a shot. I'm like, no, I'm good.
And I told you that I don't know what it is, man. I had like a brain worm or something, but I don't know what it was either, because I went back through her like filmography and I was like, okay, what did I watch her in that I was like, yeah, and I was like, was it Y Tu Mama Tambien?
No, that's fucking
wasn't in
Paz Vega, ain't it?
It's that or Kate the Castillo.
Oh fuck, that's
gonna
like, bother me.
That? I'm like, shit, I don't know.
It's probably none of them. It's probably the other one, the one that went out with Tom Cruise that's married to fucking Javier Bardem.
Oh, Penelope Cruz.
Penelope Cruz. Oh, it's one of them. Y Tu Mama.
Is it none of them?
It's none of them. It's none of them. It's Maribel Verdú.
It's fucking Diego Luna, bro. I felt bad. I snubbed him.
Diego Luna was in that?
Yeah, right. I don't feel bad.
Wow. And the main lady who played her, who's 54, is gorgeous. Like, that's insane. Anyways.
Oh, that's Alfonso Cuarón. I need to put that on my list. He's Children of Men, Harry Potter 3. He's that guy.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah,
Okay.
He's that director. Yeah, he's done some shit. No, it wasn't just Children of Men. He did something along those lines recently. Fuck was it? Did he do? No. Okay. I don't know why I thought he had.
You know what movie I wish they did a sequel to? Sahara. God, I wish they did a sequel to Sahara, dude.
Is it Matthew McConaughey?
Yes, Matthew McConaughey and Steve Zahn or Zahn, however you want to say it, and Penelope Cruz. It is. The sad part is that my ex is the one that introduced me to this movie. It's probably one of my favorite fucking movies ever, dude. And not for the reason you think. It's just fun.
Yeah, no. I was just thinking about you would have been sad to have worked at the GameStop. Well, fuck, there we go. That shall not be named. You would have been sad to have worked at GameStop at the point that that movie came out because it was the single most traded in film.
Oh shit, really?
30 some odd. I mean, I think it was one of those. It wasn't that it was bad. It was just I think everyone had a copy.
That makes sense.
Like, everyone had a copy, so there was like 30 some odd copies of just that movie alone.
With Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah, man.
That's kind of makes me sad.
I know, man, but I think it was just everybody had it. Because, like, what's it called like that? Harry Potter? Like, you give it another 5 or 10 years.
No, yeah, you're right.
How many secondhand stores will pop up and they have the whole
they do.
filmography.
Oh, that's how I got my Blu-ray, like, box.
Oh, shit.
They had, like, 4 of them in the store, and that shit was, like, fucking, like, $13. And it's like $80, that damn.
Yeah,
Go in any other store and get it.
80 plus.
Yeah, I got that shit for $13, dude, because there was like fucking 4 of them sitting up there.
That's, I guess if anything, I'm just thinking like traditional media, if they gotta push anything, they've really gotta find a way to bridge that cost analysis gap with people and like their film buying habits, because I think that is one of the things where I'm like, man, I wouldn't mind buying them individually, but like when you throw me, you can get the entire series for like 80, but I'm like, man, that's a bit steep. What else does it come with?
Yeah.
Because they stopped throwing in like fixins and it sounds funny to call them fixins, but like they stopped throwing in extras. You don't have like commentary.
No, you just get the fucking movie. Be cheap as hell now.
And it's like, what? Why don't I just buy the digital copy? You guys are making the case for me to not buy the physical one that I know is costing you more to mass produce. I want to buy that one, but you're not giving me the reason to do it.
Yeah. I don't know what that's about.
I'd like to buy it, but you guys aren't giving me a reason to.
Fuck it.
I don't know, man. They gotta come up with some kind of incentive structure. But I do like that. I like that the used market's just like, what? What are they charging for that? Fuck it, $15. What? Sure, okay. It was like Alita Battle Angel. I got that for what, $8?
Yeah, that shit was wild.
Not Fistful of Dollars. What's the other one?
A few dollars more.
The
Good,
like
Bad, and the Ugly.
Trilogy of Clint Eastwood films that I got for about the same price, maybe about $13.
The Good, Bad, and the Ugly. There's a few dollars more. It's Unforgiven, which for some reason they put with the rest of those.
Throwing that one out.
Yo, yeah, I swear to God, you're like the weirdest fucking human being. You're the first person in history I've ever met that did not like Unforgiven.
I gotta toss it, man. I told you, I gotta toss it just because it comes down to one of my favorite game series of all time, Legacy of Kain. The first game where, you know, obviously you're playing a vampire and you're going around killing a bunch of townspeople, and you're kind of the anti-hero because more or less you get the choice of what happens to society. Obviously, the canon ending is Kain decides to fuck shit up. That's not a spoiler. It's been known about for years. If you play Soul Reaver, you see shit being fucked up. So it's not like terribly spoiler heavy, but I was like, okay, vampire, Clint Eastwood. Where's the connective tissue here? Because Clint Eastwood's not really an anti-hero in Unforgiven at all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he's there. he's not the hero, but he's kind of tired.
Yeah.
You know, the whole vibe of Unforgiven is just this like tired Clint Eastwood who just doesn't want to do shit, and he definitely doesn't want to kill anybody. So it's not really terribly interesting to watch. He's just like, nope, I'm tired. And Morgan Freeman's like, hey man, have you tried talking to some of the call girls? You know, they've been hearing you've been a little bit lonely. He's no. It's like, what do you know, Morgan Freeman being him, he goes, what do you use your hand? And then Clint Eastwood slowly turns and looks at him and goes, no. And that's the whole scene. He just asks him point blank, what do you jack off? And Morgan Freeman just goes, or Clint Eastwood just goes, no. Almost in the Solid Snake voice. He's just kind of miserable, man. I mean, it's got the chick, what is it, the mom, Darla? It's got the mom from The Crow in it.
Yeah.
Playing another prostitute, but hey, man, you know, it's cool to see her in something else. But he's just tired. And so, like, when you're watching the movie, you're just like, okay. It's kind of like you're just on your phone and shit, and you're, like, doing other shit. You might be, like, cleaning. I think that's what it is. It's a good house cleaning movie. Like, if you're doing other shit and you're kind of, like, looking over every couple of seconds, it's probably the best way to experience it.
Yeah.
There's just not anything that happens for, like, 85% of the movie. And then once you get to the very ass end, it's like, well, Morgan Freeman's super dead. Clint Eastwood's surrounded by a bunch of goons. I mean, he's super dead. He's hideously dead. He's dead in a casket out front. It's Clint Eastwood versus a room full of guys that all have him dead by rights. They have him at point blank range, and they're all armed, and he still manages to kill all of them. Because he's Clint Eastwood,
just
and
let
he has
it go,
plot
dude.
armor, and then he finally doesn't kill Gene Hackman, but then does kill Gene Hackman because I can't remember. I think he tries to do some shady shit. You know, the 90s, like, oh,
Can't have the character kill anybody.
Can't have the character just blatantly kill somebody. They have to be pushed into a position where they're defending themselves.
Self-defense.
That's why they're killing. That's the other thing too. It's like, the way that movie was pitched to me was like completely different. So
I hope it wasn't me that pitched it. Was it?
No.
Okay.
It was the people that made Legacy of Kain.
Okay.
The people that made Blood Omen, they were like, dude, we saw Unforgiven. We thought that movie's fucking cool as shit. We got to make that into a video game. And I was like, bro, bet. Okay, wait, what? What is this? So I'm sitting there expecting, like, okay, maybe there's like a vampire parallel. Maybe there's some sort of thematic thing. There's like a connective tissue. Maybe there's some sort of choice that Clint Eastwood has to make at the end where he's morally distraught over something. And it's like, it's not really presented like that. In fact, like, it's not like a moral quandary to his character. Clint Eastwood at that point is just tired. And he's like, he's done with his killing ways, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's kind of like Kenshin at the end of, like,
yeah, everything.
Rurouni Kenshin, where he's just like, I just don't kill anybody anymore. I got this reverse blade sword. You know.
Yeah.
Just 30 episodes. And so he goes to, you know, fight the final guy, and, you know, I don't know. And a good comparison, like the Shishio thing, you know, it's like he goes to fight Shishio, and what does Shishio do? He fucking self-combusts. What? What? We waited seasons.
Yo, bro, that was intense.
Fight.
That was intense because me and my old ex at the time, we were like, she was like, this is, what is it, codename Tifa? She was like outrageous over Kenshin, dude.
Yeah.
Outrageous over Kenshin.
Yeah.
And she was like, we gotta like watch, you know, we have to, like, after school we have to go, because remember it used to come on like an hour after you got out of school.
Yeah.
So like a bunch of my friends would always like rush back to because my house was the closest to the high school.
Yeah.
They would just rush back to the house to watch it. And then we're like, oh my god, we're here, like, you know what I mean? And this fucking dude explodes, and we're just like, we were so fucking mad, dude.
It's the most disappointing thing probably in all of anime.
Yo, dude, she was like on the verge of
Seriously.
tearing up. I was like, it's fine. It's fucking anime, dude.
It's seriously some of the worst shit I think it's ever happened. Like, I think I could watch. Well, shit, I was about to spoil Cowboy Bebop, but I think I could watch the end of that 4 and 5 times over, and feel something. But like that, I was just, man, it was just disappointing.
And then wasn't like his wife explaining what was happening as he's like on fire. I can't remember.
Yeah,
She was like
that sounds
explaining
right.
it, and the
That
fucker's
sounds
on
right.
fire. Like, "Ugh!" And she's like, well, when his body reaches a certain max, it's like, yo, that fuck put him out. Like,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
They just let him burn out.
Just let him burn right there. All right, well.
And then the fight was just kind of like mid. It's like,
Bullshit.
okay, cool. They fought for a little bit.
It was a bullshit fight. They just talk shit to each other, and then he exploded. Like, that's... You want to know what happened? That's what happened. The fucker, they talk shit, they dick measured, and he fucking exploded when he tried to dick measure too hard. That's what happened.
Yep. He maxed out.
He
and
maxed.
He just caught fire.
He maxed. Like... I'm so disappointed in that movie. That show.
Even the fight preceding it was a better fight. Him versus the kid.
Yes.
Yeah, because that was like, okay, cool. Wow, Shishio has a student and he's beating Kenshin's ass, you know?
Yes.
Yeah, even that fight was better. It was like, okay, cool. This is the standard. Let's see how it measures, and it just...
Nope, fucking explodes.
it just
Fucking explodes.
But yeah. So going back to Clint Eastwood, he's in the Kenshin role where he's just like, he's sworn off killing. He's not really a killer anymore. And it's like, so many things keep happening where it's like, dude, you're gonna have to kill somebody eventually.
Yeah.
And it's only once Morgan Freeman's already dead. He's like, well, I guess I might as well kill people. And it's
Well,
like, by that point, it's too late, man.
It's too late, man. Your
dead.
fucking friend that was talking about hand jobs is done. Thanks.
Yeah, that
Dude.
sucks.
Dude.
Your friend that was talking about playing Five Finger or whatever, he's done. It's too late. Yeah, that's a bummer. Oh, and then the ending sucked. He just goes.
He just goes home.
That's okay to me.
You don't like that he just goes home?
Yeah, dude, it's. I'll put it to you this way: it's so insultingly dumb because the movie's called Unforgiven, so you figure he does some horrific shit. That's what I'm expecting too. Where I'm like, if it's called Unforgiven,
Or like the twist is that in his past he was like, you know what it is? Okay, I know what you wanted. I know what you wanted. And not extreme. You probably wanted him to die at the end, but I think I know what you wanted in terms of the understanding of his character and the depths of his character. You wanted, what is the name of that movie? It's a comic book movie, and it has Viggo Mortensen. It's the history of violence.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
You wanted it to be like, oh fuck, I can't even talk about it.
But anyway, something like that.
Okay, put it on a list somewhere. You wanted the history of violence, is what you wanted.
Yeah.
And you didn't get that. I'll just say this. I'm not gonna say anything about the movie. History of Violence is very underrated for it being a movie, for one. For two, it being a Viggo Mortensen movie. For three, it being a comic book film. But
Right.
I didn't know at the time when I watched it.
Yeah.
And fuck me, dude.
Shit.
Taken by surprise. It's not anything insane. Yeah. It's Viggo Mortensen's acting. It's of course what makes the film.
Yeah, of course.
You're just like, you go from 1 minute of him being Viggo Mortensen to the next minute, like, good lord, like, all right, okay, I get it now.
Shit.
Yeah, you should put that on the list, dude. You should definitely watch that film.
I'll check it. But yeah, it needed something like that. It's like, why is he Unforgiven? I'm like, does Clint Eastwood rape in this film? I was like, does he go? You know what I mean? Does he go full tilt?
Yeah. You wanted his history to be violent.
Yeah, it's like.
When
he gets to the end, it's like he finally, because I mean that's the thing with Kenshin is like, what's the thing that pushes him over that he just
you finally see what is it, Batosai or whatever.
Like, what is the last little push that he needs in order for him to like snap? And you don't really get that, and then even once he does snap, he gets the happy ending.
Yeah,
he's not Unforgiven. Nobody gave a shit.
What's Unforgiven is them killing.
He's Unforgiven
fucking,
by Morgan Freeman, who's dead by the end of it. But it's like,
what's Unforgiven is the fact that they just fucking murdered. Fucking what's his name? Morgan Freeman. That's what's Unforgiven.
Or Gene Hackman. He's Unforgiven.
No,
by
I'm
Gene
fine
Hackman,
with that.
I guess
I'm fine.
It's fine. It's fine.
You know how I feel about Gene Hackman.
It's fine. You can't feel too mad about him. He did horrifically die.
He did horrifically.
In real life.
He did have a horrific death.
Which I don't know
when I
if they
found out the whole story behind, well, I guess I don't know if the whole story is technically all out, but
still speculative, yeah.
I was like, good lord, like what the fuck?
I don't know,
That's
man.
kind of.
He was unforgiven the whole time. He was unforgiven all along.
He was fucking unforgiving. Good lord.
Oh man, but yeah, that's one of those. I don't know. Maybe that's the literal part of me being like, there should be something else to this film. Give me something. Give me the moment he snaps. No, okay. Give me what he's unforgiven for. No, fuck. Give me the thing that really puts his like moral compass to the test. No, shit.
Yo,
it's
just
like a series of just like nope.
You just reminded me, yo. The new Girl in the Dragon Tattoo book is wildly, not insanely, but wildly graphic. In a very unexpected kind of way. Like the way that some of like the killers and shit are in it are like fucking brutally cold, and I'm like, good lord. Like one of the opening acts is just like I had to, like, I was drawing and I had it over here because I had it on my pad and I had that up and I was, letting it play, and it got to like the deep ass end part of like the opening, you know what I mean? And it started getting real graphic and I had to stop everything and just listen, like, what the fuck is going on? It's a wild story though. I don't know. I know a lot of people didn't like it. I mean, it still did well as a book, but I know a lot of people didn't like it. I think they didn't like it because there wasn't too much Lisbeth in it. But what they do with Lisbeth in it is really cool. So far, from what I'm getting at where they're going with her character.
Right.
They're doing well with treating all the characters getting older.
Interesting.
And I can't wait to finish it. But yeah, man, it's unexpectedly. I think what it is because the last book before that one is my favorite out of all 7 so far. Which is The Girl Who Died Twice, The Girl Who Lived Twice, and it only a midsection of the book and the end was graphic. And the midsection wasn't even graphic per se. The midsection was just heartbreaking.
Right.
But the end was satisfyingly graphic. Which I don't care about spoiling it. So I'll just say spoilers just in case you haven't read it.
Yeah.
But like, okay, so in the newest movie that came out in 2018 now? Jesus. The Girl in the Spider's Web. They kill, her sister dies in that one. But in the books, she dies in The Girl Who Lived Twice, which is the book, Spider's Web. It's book 2. It's 2 books after, if I have that right. Shit, I'm trying to remember if I got my books right. Anyway.
Right.
Dude, I forgot how it goes down, but she ends up putting her in the furnace. Like, she was gonna burn her alive. Like, the sister was gonna burn Lisbeth. And then Lisbeth ends up pushing her into, like, the furnace, dude.
Jesus.
And she's, like, lit on fire and can't... and there's, like, a shootout going on while this is happening. Wow. And she's on fire, screaming and trying to get out of the room. Dude, and that's how she fucking dies. It's wild. Like, the way that they explain it. Like, Elizabeth totally was like, no, I'm fucking pushing this. Because the way things kind of come to a head is because they do give Lisbeth... In the books, Lisbeth has a lot more personality than, they do in the movies, Right. But she has obvious thoughts and feelings about certain things. But, so throughout the book, like, the opening is about her finding her sister in, like, another town and then going to, like, shoot her. And she has this well-laid plan, and everything goes according to plan, and everything goes down the way it is. And she has an opening shot where the sister sees that it's Lisbeth pointing a gun right at her. And Lisbeth could not fucking pull the trigger. And as you're reading it, you're like, are you kidding me right now? You could have ended this fucking girl. But
Right.
you understand. It's like at the end of the day, while all this shit's going down, at the root of all of it, that's still her sister.
Right.
And it's like she just couldn't do it. And there's like
Right.
one or two more times where she has a moment, and even at the end when her sister gets her, it's almost, they do the thing like they did it well in the newest movie all the way at the end, which is kind of sad. Where the sister does all this wild shit to her, but she catches her on this cliff and she's like bleeding to death. And she's finally like, after all, and she calls her all of the names of the original books. Because the original books is like, they were like the men who hate women, but they were like the woman who kills the men who hate women. Like she names off some of the books basically. Like, how are you this person, but you didn't come to save me? And she has a whole breakdown where she's like, I couldn't, and it's obvious because it's her sister, but she was like, she at the end of the day chose to stay with the dad and do menacing shit with the dad. Like, how could you go back with someone who who will become the same thing that you were trying to get away from?
Right.
And her sister kind of is like, she didn't realize that. She's like, oh, fuck. And she kind of like kills herself. But it's like you get that interaction all throughout that book. And it's like, what the fuck, dude? Like, this is great.
Shit.
But it wasn't graphic. This one is like graphic, dude. I'm just like, oh, okay. Maybe that's the reason why people don't like. I don't know.
Oh.
But going back, yeah, I can understand the whole Unforgiven thing. I really can.
Deliver, man. Deliver. Or call it something else if it was like Clint Eastwood.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie though. You do have a good sense at picking that up. Why? Because for a while I was like, yeah, I can understand. Like for certain movies, I'm like, yeah, I can understand why they didn't go this extreme because it's meant to do this, that, this.
Yeah.
But then I started thinking one day about like certain movies you didn't like for certain reasons, and going back over it in my head, and I'm like, yo, there's not that many movies that actually do take it that far.
Yeah.
And I don't understand if it's a medium thing. Like, it's easy to write and visualize graphic things than it would be to show and put on film. Because, like, with the first Girl with Dragon Tattoo, like, that's that's a hard to watch movie. If you're not a crime reading kind of person, you know what I mean?
True.
If you're not heavily into like that, where it's just, it doesn't faze you, it's hard to watch. But yeah, I don't know that many movies that have gone that far, dude.
Yeah, that actually push it. Because I mean, that's what it is. It's like, I mean, especially if you're gonna push it in a movie called Unforgiven. Beyond anything else, it's like if you're gonna really go for broke, like, bro, that's the movie to do it in.
Just speaking of which, whatever happened to that Japanese zombie movie that we were always talking about?
Oh no, that's still out. That's still horrific. We
What
still need
is
to watch
that?
that at some point. That's I'll find it. That is. I think that might just be.
That might be the one, right? Is it Tokyo of the Dead?
No, that's not it. It might just be obscenely graphic, that one.
Oh, like it's just pushing it, like just to push it kind of thing?
Yeah, I think that is one of those. They really were trying to like go hardcore.
Horde was pretty good. I liked Horde. The Horde. The French zombie movie when they're like in that building. That was pretty good.
Crap. I'm trying to find it actually.
Dude, I don't know the name of that for the life of me.
No, it's not. Oh, The Sadness.
The Sadness.
That title, bro. I was never gonna find that.
Speaking of which, I watched this whole show, dude. I had a whole thing on Saturday where it was like I got food. Like I did a bunch of stuff on Saturday and I kind of felt good. So I said, I'm gonna sit down in my living room, chill out, get some food, get some dinner. I didn't want to cook, so I was like, I'm just gonna get dinner and I'm gonna chill and I'm gonna try to find something new to watch. And one of my favorite actors, if the sad part is, I can never remember his name properly. I think it's Matthew Good. I think it's Matthew Good. Yeah, it's Matthew Good.
Matthew Lillard.
Matthew Lillard. And it's Matthew Good. He was amazing in Discovery of Witches, by the way. If no one has watched it, you need to watch it. But he's in this new show called Department Q, First off, it takes place in the city that I desperately want to visit, which is Edinburgh, Scotland. And he's like a DCI over there, and like some horrific shit happens to him in the beginning of like the show, where he's like his partner, him and like a cop gets shot. The cop dies, he gets shot through the neck, and his friend is in a hospital, possibly paralyzed and shit. So it's like that weird freaky lady that's in a bunch of whatchamacallit films, the guy who made The Green Knight.
Oh, talking about the dude that's in it?
No. It's the person who makes the film. I forgot his name. It's not Darren Aronofsky. It's another dude.
No.
Is it David Lowery? No.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. David Lowery, and he always puts Kate Dickie in it. Who I can never remember if she was Scottish or not, but she's just from the United Kingdom. Weird looking lady, incredible actress. She's like the head honcho in it at the moment. She's like his boss, Matthew Good's boss, and she's trying to get more funding for her department. So she gets it to open up like a cold case area or whatever, and he's just coming back to work, Matthew Good, and she puts him down like in the basement by himself to like figure out this one cold case of this lady that's missing and shit like that. It's an incredible show. And you know me, I'm weak over cinematography, and the cinematography is incredible, and the shots that they have at Edinburgh in that are fucking great, dude. I ended up watching that entire show till 4 in the fucking morning.
Jeez.
Saturday and a Sunday. I finished it.
Bam.
She pulled an X-Files. Yeah. So you're definitely right. She totally pulled an X-Files, and like throughout the show, he ends up obviously getting more people. And he gets this like fucking Arabic dude that can kick people's asses in it. I cannot wait for second season.
Huh.
I'm hoping, I need to find out.
This is Netflix?
Yes.
Neat.
Will there be a second season? Finale set. Okay, how did finale set it up? Damn, 15 hours ago. It's a huge possibility that it's getting a second season. It needs to. But it was it was an incredible show. Damn, it won't let me get any info.
Sorry, you were saying that Lowry had some? I'm like looking him up.
David Lowery.
Yeah, he's
The Green Knight.
He's attached to it?
No, not that show. I was just saying the lady that he always has in his movies is in that show.
Okay. Got it. Yeah, dude, have you seen that dude, by the way?
David Lowery?
Yeah.
Recently? No.
That's an odd looking dude, bro.
Oh, I thought something like happened. Yeah. I can't understand what's going on with his head. I never could understand. I don't mean that in a bad way. I don't mean that in a bad way.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not the person to say that another man looks funny. He's a funny looking man.
He looks like the best way I could describe him is, who's the dude that played Quicksilver?
Oh, if he was merged with Andrew Tate?
No. No.
He's a fusion.
He looks like the opposite version of whatever that guy is. Like, he looks like if you were to just make if you were to draw the opposite of whatever that dude is from who played Quicksilver, if you just opposited him, if you inverted him or put him inside out, it makes David Lowery. I don't know why my brain just gets to that.
Yeah, Quicksilver or what's his name? I'm seeing a bit of Beast, that actor. That guy.
Yeah, which is funny, because wasn't he in one of his movies?
Probably. Is it Nicholas Hoult?
Yes.
Yeah, he's a bald Nicholas Hoult.
He is. He's like a weird alternate version of Nicholas Hoult.
Very strange.
Who is still one of the luckiest fucking dudes on the planet. Be fucking married to this chick for, I think, a year or two.
Who?
Jennifer Lawrence.
Ooh.
You know what's funny that you say he looks like Nicholas Hoult? Because Nicholas Hoult looked like David Lowery when he was in what's this movie? Mad Max.
Oh yeah, he does. Yeah. That's very strange.
Yeah. Now I can't
Post it in
unsee it.
Discord. That way you guys can follow. It's funny, in Mad Max, I didn't even realize that was him. I always thought that was like Gerard Way or some shit.
You do. Nicholas Hoult does look like Gerard Way. Good lord, it's like Nicholas
At
Hoult
least
is
the
like
bald
the
head.
fucking bridge to like 9 different people, dude.
He's that dude. If you ever did that face identifying shit that MySpace had, they're like, which actor do you look like?
And it just always
Plug
comes
his
up Nicholas
face in.
Hoult. Dude, I can
Like,
see
it's
it.
like 9 other people.
Oh no.
He's just 9 other actors fused together, bro.
I see. That's. I'm not gonna lie. The one thing that gets me in terms of age that makes me sad is like knowing how old Skins is. Like knowing that's where like a lot of my favorite British actors came from was from fucking Skins. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're all like incredible actors now. Like even fucking what's his name from The Green Knight came from Skins. What's his name? The Indian dude.
Oh yeah, that guy's great. I need to
He's
see.
incredible.
Yeah, he's in a movie called Lion, I think. I have not seen that.
Have I seen Lion? No, I have
But
not.
it looks pretty cool.
I'll check that out.
Yeah, there's a monologue he did where I was like, oh,
Like the main enemy in that new vampire movie, he came from fucking Skins.
shit.
Like fucking like most good British actors who are around our age came from that.
Wow. I was like, come on, man. I'm trying to get a photo comparison just so I can drop it in the Discord.
no.
Shit's being weird.
I'm missing that period in my life of like between 18 to like 22 where like some of the best like TV shows and all that shit, they were like all British shows. Like, you know, we had like Misfits, Skins, shit, I'm trying to think of a bunch. There's a bunch that I know a lot of people won't know either.
What was the one that had the chick from Misfits? And it was like the 3 best friends and they were all living together. And it wasn't Being Human, but it was...
It's IT Crowd? No.
No. But,
IT Crowd?
I can't remember.
Sorry.
There was some kind of love triangle shit going on in that.
You said she was from Skins?
Misfits.
Oh, from Misfits.
No. Mhm.
I gotta. Oh! You're talking about, they changed the name, that's why I can't remember it.
Yes.
It was originally called Scrotum Recall, but it's something else now.
Right.
She's
That's
on
exactly
an American like doctor show now, I believe it. It's now called Scrotal. I said Scrotal Recall, but it's called Lovesick now.
Yep, that's it.
You talk about Antonia Thomas, she's gorgeous.
Yep.
She's on an American show. She's on The Good Doctor. She was on The Good Doctor. Like I'm not watching that. I'm not watching that. It's not happening.
She's not even really in it that often.
I don't care. I'm not watching. You won't get me. What I do love about that show is the main dude from Scrotal Recall. Believe this or not, he made this incredible song. Because all this time he makes music, and a lot of people don't know that. And he made the theme song for what's that? The Detectorates. You ever seen that show? It's an incredible show. He made the main song from it, and then he was like in the show singing it at one point.
There you go. There's your Lowry comparison in Discord if you guys want to see that shit. It's very unsettling.
Did you
Very
put it in
strange.
general? Where'd you put it?
Yeah. That is him, bro.
Why am I not seeing
Maybe
it?
he's trolling us. Maybe he's fucking with us.
You saying our general?
I posted it in the wrong one.
Oh god.
Hang on. Son of a bitch.
Oh shit. You know what I forgot?
They're gonna be very confused.
I ordered food.
Whoops.
That dude could be like right here.
There you go. Now it's in general.
You know what's messed up? I don't even know where I live.
I swear this isn't me saying all bald men look alike, but
Yeah, dude. Perfect.
bro,
It's just weird.
bro,
dude.
David Lowery and
It's the same guy.
Nicholas Hoult are like doppelgangers.
It's the same guy.
Maybe he's fucking. Yeah, like I said, I think he's just trolling us. I think it's the same dude.
Yeah, sorry, going back. Antonia Thomas is Good lord,
Oh,
that
she's
woman
dope.
is pouring. It's her, and there's this one British actress that has been floating in that time space that floated around, but I feel like never got proper credit, and I have no idea why. And her name is Hannah Britland.
That one chick. They need to step her up.
Yeah, she should have been in a lot more things.
Her being just a side character is just not cool.
No,
man.
dude. She's first off, she's too gorgeous.
Yeah.
Second, the girl can really act.
Yeah.
Third, she's super gorgeous.
Yeah, you put her in a film where she can act like she's dynamite.
Yeah, I don't know why this other chick too, Hannah Britland, they haven't put her in a bunch of shit. I don't know why.
It's got a weird thing with certain actors and actresses.
Very underrated actress.
Maybe shitty agents too. That's always a thing we never.
I keep forgetting about that. Well, there's a lot, right? The shitty agents. Believe it or not that many people want to do the actor thing. Like they'll do it and then they're like, I'm fine.
Right. They'll
sometimes
be in for a couple years and they'll bail.
Yeah, sometimes they just don't catch a proper break, and then some of them want families and kind of dip out.
True. Or they just don't. Whatever it is, whatever they're working on just doesn't catch.
That too.
So you remember Big Trouble in Little China?
Yes.
Remember the long-haired, was it long raven-haired, green-eyed chick?
Dude, that's a.
She's the main. She's the one that you probably saw and you were like, oh my god, like what else is this woman in? She's in like maybe 2 other films and then she retired.
Sorry, I wrote the whole fucking thing backwards, dude. I wrote fucking Little Trouble Big China, dude. Oh, Susie Pie.
Oh, I was gonna say you might not want to type that in, bro. You might end up with some weird shit.
No, that's why I had to stop. I was like, whoa.
Changing the word order.
Oh yeah, she is super gorgeous. So that and she hasn't. She probably just didn't want to, dude.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm good.
Stellar.
Yeah, she's Xena Stellar, like Xena before Xena Stellar, dude.
Yeah.
Good lord.
It's like who?
She has no business being that fucking beautiful.
How's that not John Carpenter's wife, bro? Even being as ancient as he is, like he should have figured that shit out long ago. That's probably why he was like, oh, she's got to be in it.
What does she look like now? That's the problem. She's still gorgeous.
Oh,
she's still gorgeous.
Oh, is she?
Yeah. There's one picture of her.
Oh, shit.
No fucking way. That woman's still super gorgeous.
Telling you, man. Hey, figure it this way: if she didn't have kids and she got out of Hollywood, she's probably still.
She's probably
the same
fine.
age.
She probably still looks exactly the same.
Now, if she has kids, whoa, man, it's gonna start looking
depends.
like World War II,
It
just
depends.
like anybody else. The minute anybody starts having kids, they start.
It just depends on how fixated
Shape-changing.
they are on their health. If you're one of those people who are like, I gotta work out like a minute, because there's some women that are like that. Like like speaking of Harley Quinn, like Harley Quinn, even though she has kids, she's still 110 pounds.
Yeah.
It's like she was just like, I gotta keep moving, like I can't, you know. So that's
good. What to name her? There's a girl that you would have known from the old karaoke bar days, but that girl, she just kept having kids.
Oh God.
She had like 8, and I think she was working on her 9th.
No.
But yeah, she was 120 pounds.
Now she's
tiny.
like 168.
No, I mean, still, even right now, she just stays on top of her shit.
Oh, perfect.
Has a kid, boom, she's right back at the gym again.
Yeah, that's how you do it, man. Gotta keep that elasticity.
I don't know how she does it, bro.
Now, we say that about like women popping out kids, but the dudes do too. They gotta stay in shape, or at least get built. You know what I mean? Yeah, like I don't care. You know what I mean? Like just get built. Like that's, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just do that. Like, you know, you go from fucking looking like a string bean to like Wolverine, and you're good.
Yeah. Just gotta stay in it. If you don't stay in it, you start slipping and sliding.
Because everybody else is slipping and slide, which means you're gonna slip and slide.
Oh yeah, it's gonna happen. It's
and dudes get fat. Like, just let that
start expanding.
Yeah.
Here, give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
All right, I'm gonna fix her skirt. I gotta fix a lot. You know what? I'm tired of Freeman looking like ass. We're doing this. We're doing this. We're fucking doing this. Tired of free win. Free win? I said I'm tired of free win. I couldn't speak just now. Whoa, what was that? It's a good one, but it's not good enough. Okay. What is that? Here we go. Gotta fix a free run, right? There it is. Okay. We gotta get this in there. What am I drawing this with? Oh, not the right. Hold on, let me grab my food too. We're both disappearing for a second. At least Freeman's coming around quietly. I forgot to grab my phone, didn't I? Only got a big ass cup. Ugh. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. You're probably gonna hear a lot of eating, but it's fine. I don't have my other like mini little desk thing over here because I got a bunch of cosplay stuff on it. Damn, I forgot my glove. What did I do with it? There we go. Got my glove. I hope I put it on a different layer. If I did not, oh, damn. Look at me. Dude, Freeman has a billion layers. I just want you guys to know that. She sadly became like one of the most layered pictures I have. I don't know how, but well, no, because we redid her like 3 times.
Which one?
Freerun.
Ah.
You don't even want to. I'm gonna tell you, but you're not gonna imagine how many layers I have to this picture.
How many?
Yes.
35.
$350.
Hold on. Let me guess. None of them are grouped.
About 20 of them are grouped.
Oh, okay. Hey, look at that, man. Good job.
I would say out of the
Well,
20,
lo
I'm
and
probably
behold.
using 5.
This is deep wolf lore. If you don't know this, he used to never use groups at all.
Nope.
It'd be the same 300 layers, right? But none of them would be organized. And
Nope.
none of them would be named.
Nope. Oh, believe
I
me.
saw that and I was like, why? Huh? How? What the fuck?
No, this one got out of control. That's why I'm surprised, because the rest of them aren't. Right.
Hurts my soul. Yeah, he would just keep adding them. And I'm like, oh my god. Like for me, even doing like light retouching with photos. I told you, one girl's armpit was like 25 layers.
Good lord.
25.
Like, I think, believe it or not, this one's only 50. And there's 3 groups. But they were all grouped, but I started taking them out of the group because I was going back and forth. So this one, I'm gonna have to regroup all of it. I have it open till it has all 52 or just by itself, but we've been doing so well with this picture, I don't really need to do it. Like, I'm probably not gonna I'll probably get to probably max 100.
Right.
And then if I get that close, I'm gonna start grouping them anyway, so.
Right.
But yeah, Mistress Freedom is the worst one.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts.
Even the vampire one wasn't that bad.
True.
I had 170, but I had them in 10 groups.
Damn.
I would say Washu and Buzz Lightyear were like the only ones that barely got that many layers.
That's fair.
I can't remember how many Buzz Lightyear had.
I don't know.
75.
Jesus.
Freeman's the worst.
That's funny.
Hey, Acidic, what's up?
Did you almost die?
It's this one part of that song where the dude's like whining that is really like the down tempo version of his whining is really funny to me. Sorry, it just caught me off guard. I wonder if Freeman's ears are too big.
Oh, you could always what you could do for fun, just as a fuck around. You could highlight both of them and just use the expand tool temporarily and just crank them up. I'm serious.
So you end up looking like fucking Gizmo?
Yeah. You could just try, just fuck of it.
I don't even know how I got them layered. I gotta see.
If you got them to where you can separate them, just
Good lord, no. Good lord, no. I'm gonna have to wait. We're gonna do it towards the end.
pop them and expand them to 300%.
When I get her like where I feel comfortable at where she's at,
yeah,
I'm gonna start minimizing down layers till it's almost gonna be. I should by the end have 3 layers, believe it or not. It's gonna be her, the background, and like lighting.
Oh, okay.
That's it.
Gotcha.
When I get to that point, I know that I'll be able to like do weird stuff.
Yeah.
But now that you said it like that, I totally want to do it now.
I'm gonna put bigger ears on her.
Let's put big ears.
Oh, speaking of big ears and crazy anime proportions, I saw something recently art-wise where I was like, oh shit. It was very close to looking like Lotus War, but not the same studio, the same people.
Interesting.
But released right around the same time. The show was called something Zero. Give me a second.
Sounds familiar as hell.
Oh, I keep forgetting the name. Is it Ixer?
Yo, dude.
Ixer Zero?
If a Word Up was still on, he probably went to sleep because it is super late. If he was up, that's like his favorite thing. No, I'm sorry. Fuck, I keep saying Lotus War. Ronin Warriors.
Oh yeah, man.
Dude, he has a sick ass tattoo of.
Talk circles around that shit. Come on.
Yeah, dude. I'll have to tell him one day. Oh man. If you can get the show name, dude.
Yeah, Ixer 01.
Hold on, I've never heard of that.
It's in general. Some Lotus War ass looking shit, bro. I mean, granted, it's not.
I like
else.
that fucking picture, dude.
It's cool, right? The style is cool.
What is it? Ixer?
Mm-hmm.
How do you spell that?
It's the stupidest fucking spelling. It's ICZER.
Holy shit. It's Fight Ixer 1.
Yeah. Pretty cool, man.
Dude.
Very, 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 very cool. Like, it's this weird line right between, like, Record of Lotus War and then Macross.
It looks like Records of Lotus War kind of stuff mixed with the people who did, like, what's the space pirate dude?
Outlaw Star?
No.
Oh, shit.
Wow, that's amazing. Some Cloud Strife shit right there. Whatever it says, I gotta find it. This is dope.
It's neat, right?
I wonder if this is where they got Cloud's hair from. I'm gonna be honest with you. The main character has Cloud's hair, and it's obviously came out way before 7 existed. And I know this shit from some. I know this, dude. Holy shit, this is a deep cut.
So the way I found this was nuts. What's his face? Happy Console Gamer did a top, like a 10 out of 10, like by his admission, anime list.
Holy shit!
And one of the ones he threw on there was this, and I was like, dude, I've
we
never
gotta
seen that
watch
too.
this.
This looks great.
We gotta watch this. There's definitely gonna be a drawing from this. This shit is dope.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, right?
I'm trying to remember. You know the space pirate dude.
Which one? What's up, Penguin?
Oh man, this is gonna bother me. Hold on.
Space pirate dude. Harlock?
Harlock! It reminds me of that early Harlock kind of animation.
Got it. It took me a second. I was like, oh yeah, there it is. I could see that.
The CG movie of Harlock was fucking dope, dude. Dope.
Yeah, I need to peruse Harlock at some point. Check it out.
I did all that shit those couple of years where they had it's still on Prime, but like when I went crazy on anime on Prime, like old anime.
Yeah. So you found a Lilycat, I think.
Yeah, Lilycat, all the Captain Harlock, that expanded universe where Harlock comes from. I watched all of that shit with the train and all of that shit. I forgot what it was. My brain is
There's a lot of
going
them.
to fucking yeah, dude. There's a lot. It's like a lot of shit that people don't even know.
Yeah.
I don't know there's a part of again. And then you find out like that one dude was SSX, the Express SSX space.
Yeah. It's all those the
Endless
blonde
Orbit.
chick, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're like trying to figure out who she is and what the fuck's going on and how that little kid is a part. And you find out like the little kid is. Well, I don't give a fuck about spoilers for Captain Harlock. The little kid is his son. You didn't even and like oh my god, it's like a different space time because of the train shit.
So wait, you mean to tell me that Cyclops is Cable's dad?
Yeah, boy.
I didn't know that. Oh my god. Now here's the question. Is he Jean Grey's kid or Madeline Pryor?
He's Madeline Pryor's kid. The Goblin Queen's kid. Yeah. So that's why he always has that thing where like Jean Grey's talking to him and he's like, "You're not my mother," and she's like, "We're basically like," because remember they're like cognitive twins.
You're not my mom.
So like the two like share like headspace with each other. So they're like almost still kind of the same person. So Jean Grey still like at first she was like, "Get that kid away from me," but I think in the comics now she's like, "No, that's like technically my son."
Right.
Galaxy Express 999. Sorry, that's what I was trying to remember.
Yes. Yeah, there was a shit ton of Galaxy Express. There's like 10 of them.
What's up, Pangoose? Dude, you got me with that fucking picture, dude. I hate you right
cool,
now.
Man.
I hate you.
That character design specifically, I was like, yo.
Why'd you do this to me? Why'd you do it?
Man. It's like mind worms. Because I saw it in motion. There's like a fight scene I saw a bit of, and I was like, oh shit, here, I'll send you that. He was throwing a couple of clips out, and I was like, holy fuck.
Did the music stop? Why?
Happy console gamer.
Why'd the music stop?
I like being a happy console gamer. I think he's the reason that I've really started to like try to figure reevaluating like videos and content and shit, because he's such a like happy-go-lucky fucker, you know. I mean, he's also very Canadian, so that probably helps. But no, he's a really cool. It's like, I don't know, positive dude, man. This is great because he hit right at the right time. Because everybody else that was doing video game review based anything were all like, you know, it's this, and it's like that's the vibe. I just feel like if there's a way to like to TLDR all of like game review YouTube, it's just, it's just sand in let's see.
For me, it's that fucking voice. Everybody's got like bitch voice. It's gotta stop.
The nebbish kind of whiny kind of.
Yeah, what is that? Why is that a thing? Like, is it a sex appeal? I don't know. But it needs to stop.
Bro, I have no idea. That's like having an answer to why female streamers rag on people for not having original hardware. I'm like, why?
What?
What does it matter? Two,
can you play it?
Who cares?
If you can play it, I don't think it fucking matters. You play it?
I don't think that it matters. Yeah, does it play? Does it work? Can you enjoy it? Okay. It doesn't.
Can you enjoy it? And can you talk about it with others openly? Because you did get the chance to enjoy it. Then it doesn't fucking matter.
Check this shit. I got it time coded too.
Okay, give me 1 second. Because you did something. Thanks.
You're welcome. Because they got a close up on her face where she's wincing, and I'm like, yeah, that is very Lotus 4. Small little eye movements and shit.
I'm in the midst of actually fucking drawing this thing, dude.
Nice. And it's such a weird cross because it's like it's got parts where it's kind of the thing I used to complain about with the Nana a lot, where I'm like, man, there's parts of Nana that are just gorgeous. Like there's parts of that anime that look really nice. There is parts of Nana that look straight up like the better parts of Death Note.
Oh shit!
And then there's parts of it
That look like ass.
What's a good They look like Digimon.
Ooh.
Or One Piece. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, there's like a real stark contrast where it's like, oh, that looks like older Nana, the one that's the rock star. I'm like, oh, she looks pretty badass. The way they draw her is really cool. And then they start making faces, and it's like, oh, this got real One Piece all of a sudden. Like, characters are real. And I don't mean the plot or anything. I've heard that's pretty cool, but like the art style, the art direction. It's like, this got real goofy. Real goofy, real fast.
Alright, let me go to your thingy. I'm sorry.
Alright, cool. See a bit of that fight scene. I was like, this shit looks dope, bro.
No. Give me a sec. I'm gonna switch over too. I want to see this.
Cool. Cool. But yeah, I like me some Happy Console Gamer. He's probably one of my favorite Canadians. It's like, I mean, there's a small list of them, but he's definitely up there. Our favorite Canadian has abandoned us.
Our favorite Canadian
we have no lobster. We are devoid.
She
of
is
lobster.
gone, dude. Does she exist?
I don't know, man.
Lobster is gone. She's literally at the end of the list now.
She is one of my favorite Canadians, but like she's been so AWOL.
Dude, she's gone.
No. It's sad.
It's over.
It's making me very sad.
She's gone now. All right, let me see this.
Again, there's no Blu-ray copy that's been released in this country officially yet, and I adore this. I know I've said that a few times, but I adore Ensue 1 so very much. It had everything that I wanted.
Did I pass what I needed, or no?
It had really beautiful
women, and check out some of the violence.
Designs,
I'm gonna turn him down a little bit.
And an
Good
amazing
lord.
science fiction story that brought
It's like mixed with Guyver too, kind of
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, dude.
Basically, you follow the main girl, Nagisa, a regular high school.
It's like some of the best
Then
80s
all of a
anime.
sudden, around her,
Whoa.
very horrific things start to happen, and a girl called Ensue 1 comes in to try to help her, to save her from the evil aliens, the Cthulhu. Yes, I know, using that terminology for these aliens.
That shit looks
And
wild.
it's all
Anyway.
led by big
That is dope.
Yeah, there's just parts of this where I was looking at it, especially with like the demons and stuff. I was like, dude, this looks like Overfiend. I'm like, what is this?
Yeah, that is dope.
No.
I gotta get down with that.
Yeah, man. Yeah, because I saw the tentacles and I saw the hair and I was
I
like,
saw the tentacles.
this is getting close. This is getting real close to some Legend of Overfiend kind of shit. If you haven't seen that, yeah, Euro Sugadoji. That is the infamous hospital demon. What would you call him? Penis demon?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a penis demon.
Yeah.
And that the way that starts and escalates is weird too, because it doesn't just start. It's not like a free roaming one. It's just like in a hallway running around. No. It's attached to a person that you think is dead. It's some dude sitting in a what is it, like either a medical gurney or like one of those examiner tables, and he's just got a cover on, and he just goes upright, like he's a zombie coming back from the dead. Finds a nurse, proceeds to do what I guess a dead man is going to do to a nurse in the 80s in an anime, and then she explodes. She explodes, like her character model. Just, you know, if you could play the DBZ, she gets vaporized, and then there's just a giant dick breaking through the hallway, smashing up the walls and breaking the windows and shit. It's just wrecking the entire hospital. It's so weird. It's so strange.
There was a lot of that back then, dude.
It's very, I've heard it's like mid otherwise, but like in terms of like explicit weird shit, it's like everything that you liked about not even Guyver, what's the other one? Damn it. there's another anime that's just around that same era, but it's that
Fuck.
style of shit, but turned way up to 11.
That Demon City stuff?
Even more extreme than that.
Fist of the North Star.
No, it was it's close though. It has like bug humanoid type armor and shit the characters have. But it's not Guyver. Damn it. Hold on, let me look it up. If I
That
see
sounds
it,
familiar.
if I see it, because it looks like Guyver, but it's not him. Or maybe it is just Guyver, and I'm misremembering. Some like Devilman kind of shit. Devilman was like that too,
Devilman.
though.
Maybe.
No, or not, but Devilman, in terms of violence, is like along those same lines where it's like, dude, oh my god.
I got to watch Devilman later in my life.
Yeah.
And I was like, good lord.
Yeah, Geno Cyber is what I was thinking of.
Oh, wow. Wow. That's a deep cut, dude.
Yeah.
You know how I found out about
Cyber.
Genocyber? Now, I know no one's going to know what this means. I found out about Genocyber through Wizard.
Oh, what? Yeah, speaking of deep cuts, Jesus.
Yeah. I was like, what is it? Because it had a dope ass picture. And I was like, what is that? And then like I saw that same dope ass picture in one of those like New York anime shops.
Yeah.
And me and my brother got it, and then we watched it. I was like, what the fuck?
Wizard Anime used to be, or Wizard Magazine used to be so cool. Remember that was like the premiere, like, because you didn't have the internet. It was like you had to have certain windows into like different art styles, cultures, that kind of shit.
Wizard was your so sad Wizard didn't find a way to exist, you know?
Yeah, Wizard was the shit, man. And then when Wizard disappeared, you ended up having like smaller anime shops pop up, and they started increasing, and you know, you started being able to see more of the stuff, and it was like, oh, cool. I remember how cool that was. I remember like, I think that's probably just my favorite point of history if I have a choice of going back and seeing anything again. It's just like the zeitgeist of like Japanese culture enthusiasm in the West before Bleach and Naruto, and before the modern era iteration of it. I mean, like back when it was like the 80s and 90s, and it was still kind of like, wait, what is this anime? What is this? It's kind of lame, you know. You kind of got frowned on for like liking it, but like, man, some of the coolest shit.
I'm trying to remember. It's just that one picture, and I can't fucking remember it. It wasn't Guyver. It was another one. It might have been Devilman. And I used to get it confused with, what is it? Genocyber?
Yeah. Yeah, because the armor in Genocyber is very Guyver-esque.
Yes. Yeah, that's gonna bother me now. Anyway.
Yeah, man. Hyper violence, all that good 80s, 90s.
So good.
All that stuff. Yeah, Paul Zhu is going through that particular artist, the guy that did not Genocyber, but what is it? Not Ninja City. Oh, Ninja Scroll, but Demon City, Wicked City, like that artist, like he's following that dude's trajectory and finding really cool stuff too, like some of the line art for some of that guy's stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, it's been looking through that character design and stuff. I'm like, that's pretty cool.
Sorry, I tried to see if they had any more news on of the Marvel shit you just reminded me of. I was like, let me look that up because I haven't seen it. What the fuck? I've strayed away from looking up anything Marvel in terms of the Avengers movie stuff.
Yeah.
It's because I just don't want to know if there... I mean, not that there is. I don't think there is. Because I haven't been looking, so I don't know. But, like, any drama going on with it, I'm like, I just want to kind of stay away from all of that.
I don't know. I have no idea. What was it that had drama recently that I was like, eh? Oh, there was a... Okay, did you remember there was a speaking of podcasts, there was a podcast called The Kojima Frequency?
No.
Yeah, so apparently there was a podcast called The Kojima Frequency. I knew about it for a while. It stopped making episodes as of like 8 months ago,
Jesus.
and like 2 of the last episodes had Sphere Hunter, and I guess on one of them she decided to
She just met what's his name? Kojima.
Ritas or Kojima?
She just met Kojima the other day.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, she was riffing real hard on Silent Hill 2, which I think everybody was, but
Oh yeah. I don't know about that, but I've seen her whole entire Silent Hill. Not Silent Hill. What's the other game that I learned to like it from her, believe it or not.
Resident Evil? No.
No, what's the other one? Parasite Eve. She did an incredible Parasite Eve review. It's like 2, maybe 4 fucking hours, and I watched all of it, and I was like, this is fucking great, dude.
Whole series, yeah.
Anyway, go on. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good. But yeah, there was like beef with her, I guess, and then I was like, okay, beef with her is one thing. Yo, what happened in this podcast? And even people in the comments were like, bro, what happened? Y'all went radio silent 8 months ago. I'm like, that's probably done.
Yeah, it's probably done.
I was like, in internet terms, that is done, or usually it's one of two things. It's either that's done, or that's somebody who got ensnared in some kind of lawsuit.
Ooh, I hope not. I hope they just fucking
But yeah,
stopped.
no, I mean, typically, unless it's a known thing, like the completionist and all that shit that was going on, I was like, yeah, that's gonna happen.
Jesus.
And it wasn't necessarily that he was involved in a lawsuit, but because of all the alleged tax evasion kind of shit.
Oh.
He disappeared for a good minute. I think he's still on hiatus.
Do what you gotta do, man.
Yeah, man.
Where
10
are
months
you?
ago, yeah, he's cooked. What's up?
There is this fucking layer. There it is. Good lord.
Yeah, 10 months ago. He is super cooked.
Yeah, that dude ain't coming back. Ugh, there we are. Look at you, huh? Look at you.
But yeah, that was interesting. So I was like, oh, that's a podcast. Okay, cool. It's like, oh, there's drama. That's weird. Like, that's a very strange. She wasn't even like a main. She wasn't even like a main player in it. They just had her as like a guest. I'm like,
That's wild.
very strange. I'm like, well, I wonder what that's about. I don't know.
If there's anybody I could legit say that they had a career change that was worth it, totally Spear Hunter.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Absolutely. I think she said as much. I don't know where, but I'm sure. Absolutely.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, man. She did all right. She did A-okay. Yo, speaking of people that make me think, the people that make me think of Sphere Hunter, or Sphere Hunter makes me think of other adjacent types of people. Just found out recently. So you remember Princess Mononoke?
Yes.
Remember the Wolf Mother?
Yes.
Get this shit. I didn't know this. And again, to clarify, the person I'm about to talk about is not adjacent in the way that they're not a stereotyped person, but the voice of Wolf Mother was a drag queen.
Really?
A Japanese drag queen.
Wow.
Yeah. Super strange.
And then they got Scully to play her fucking English. Why?
It's very interesting, but I saw a clip of a bit of voice acting. I was like,
I think I know why.
Cool.
I think I know why.
Go ahead.
No, finish what you're saying.
I was just saying it was cool because you got there was this one musician that you dig for similar reasons where like you get the benefits of both sides of the voice aspect, where you get a bit of the softer side of the femme.
Yep, you nailed it.
Coming through, but then when the laughing starts, you get the maniacal aspect of the male alter ego.
Ethel Cain.
Ethel Cain, yeah.
Yeah, Ethel Cain's music is there's no equal in terms of how can I say it? In terms of vocal range. And granted, she hasn't used it that much, but there is, if you don't know, like, how can you consider it? I don't know the terms because I'm old.
Oh, I don't know. That's one of those.
I guess a trans person.
Big, yeah.
But I don't know how the terms exactly. From boy to girl. But if you didn't know that,
Yeah.
you couldn't
just be
figure
like,
it out.
She has a very deep register.
Well, you just think it's a chick, and then you would think that it was using one of those voice things for like 1 or 2 songs.
True.
And you would never fucking know. Because, and then what makes it wild is that I think her history or her background was like she sung in the choir for like a good chunk of her life.
Neat.
So like her vocal range is going to be a lot wilder than a lot of people would imagine, you know?
Yeah.
So like she could hit wild ass echoey high notes and then real deep somber demonic notes. Like one of her songs is Unpunishable. It's probably one of the best songs ever fucking made in all of her music. But like she starts very like low tone and then will like hit high notes by the end of the song and you're like, what the fuck? Like, is this the same person? Yeah,
Right.
very wild.
Right. Yeah, it's interesting. Just that duality, being able to get both of those in the same
that's
performance is neat.
wild, dude.
But yeah, I didn't know, and then I heard it, and I saw the clip, and I went, "Wow, holy fuck!"
Yo, yeah, that's wild.
Yeah, just neat to see that with not knowing.
I think I tell everybody to listen to Ethel Cain.
Oh yeah.
I think I've told everybody to listen. I even told Kristen Bell when we went record shopping one day. She was like, I keep seeing this everywhere. What is this? And I was like, that's Ethel Cain. She was like, is this good? I was like, yeah, it's real fucking good. And then it was like one of the newer albums, and then I was like, it has to be that fucking album's like $60, and she's still really unknown.
Just for anybody else that wants to check out the voice acting bit, it's a long clip. But yeah, neat stuff.
Yeah, that's dope. I didn't know that. I do like the fact that it's fucking what's her
impressive.
name from X-Files.
Oh, Scully, yeah.
Yeah, Scully.
But yeah, I
it's
just like that's really cool. I just didn't know that was a thing that they would be, because
into.
Japan is so weird with that kind of stuff.
Some people are very accepting. The arts are very accepting.
Yeah.
But like smaller towns are
Society
not.
is like,
the smaller town society is like you can't. You know what I mean? I think like years ago you couldn't go to like Fukuoka, Japan or whatever, but now it's fine.
Shit, yeah, I remember. I don't know if it's still this bad now, but I feel like open displays of affection and shit in Japan was one of those things that, like, I don't think you could get deported for it, but I don't, I think that would be, they would start paperwork and shit at that point.
Shit, I didn't know.
Yeah. If you're there on like visa or something.
I'm kind of
not very big into not very fond of the gays in Japan. At least they weren't. They might be a bit more accepting now.
I don't think they got a choice. No, they don't got any fucking.
Yeah, they don't have anybody else. That's
There's
true.
no one
That's
left, man.
That's a sad. That's a sad.
I didn't mean that in that rage, but I mean, let's tell the truth here. I don't think they got people.
Yeah, they need somebody.
Somebody's
somebody living over there, bro. They got an aging population otherwise.
Yo, bro, you know what the sad part is? Like, I've been looking at it recently.
Yeah.
Because they got some sick ass options over there. Like I can go and buy a sick ass house like right now in Japan.
Yeah.
And it's just wild to think about. So I've been kind of just like browsing just in case, like. But then I'm like, I technically don't add to their population because we're kind of older. We're not really helping.
Yeah, true. Unless we're going over there and spawning goblins.
Yeah.
No.
I thought about that shit heavy one day. I was
Population
like,
crisis by making more people. Just gotta go make you a couple goblins, bro.
yo, bro, come on, little Japanese panda babies. You kidding me?
Dude, I don't get me started because
That's a yes.
that's how you ensure. I'm saying it.
I was done.
This is gonna sound fucked, and this will probably get me in trouble, and this will probably be clipped and used against me 10, 15 years from now. You'd probably end up with anybody would end up with some of the most like attractive kids by society's standards if you were half Japanese, half whatever. Doesn't matter what the other half is.
Look up anybody half Japanese, half whatever. Every single version of that black, white, Canadian fucking
Crushing
out of space.
Absolutely crushing it.
Fucking one of the most gorgeous human beings to ever exist on the face of the earth.
And if they're not crushing it, Japan, they just have to leave.
Yeah,
they just have to be in another country.
They get deported.
Totally fine.
They just totally get deported. That's just what happens in Japan.
Totally fine elsewhere.
They become gaijin and whatever the fuck they have names for them. But yeah. I was done. I was finally done after visiting my friend's baby 2 weeks ago.
Oh yeah.
I was over the moon. That is my favorite little tiny person right now. It is the cutest fucking baby. My heart, dude, I've never felt this in my life. Like, and I have nieces and nephews, mind you.
Yeah.
But like, I got to see her, right? And then like the last time I saw her, she was like a real infant, and then now she's like a baby.
Yeah.
And she's starting to walk. Dude, I almost had a fucking heart attack. Like, she got like real happy and started walking towards me. Yeah, dude, I almost had a heart attack. That point where I was like, I have to have an Asian baby.
It's a human being.
I have to have an Asian baby. And no, this isn't Asian, what do you call that? Yellow fever? It's a horrible fucking terminology.
They gotta drop that.
They gotta
the
drop
only
that
person
bullshit,
deserves
man.
anything to have yellow in the name is anything dealing with jaundice.
Yes.
That is yellow. It shouldn't be used for anything else.
I've seen jaundice.
Yeah.
There's a difference.
Yeah, that's what that should be. That's the correlative, you know. That needs to be just put in a box on a shelf and just put in the very back.
But oh my god, it's the cutest fucking baby.
Oh yeah.
Ever, dude. Oh my god.
What's his name's kid? I mean, and granted, she's not part Japanese. I couldn't tell you if what dude's old lady is, Max dude, but his kid's super. He won.
He lucked out. He won the lottery, dude. He won the lottery.
He won.
Yeah, he won the lottery.
He's just right now as a person, he's winning.
Yeah,
but
in most things in life right now, he's kind of winning. So.
Yeah, he's doing just fine, but no, he's he's fucking lucked out, man.
Yeah, he's got him in.
But now, by comparison, people that have like, I'm just gonna shit on white people for a second. White babies look like goblins, bro. Like real Michael Chiklis fucking miniatures. Wow. Spooky shit, man. Spooky looking kids. People are like, look at my baby, isn't it cute?
I saw this one. There was one kid. There's one kid in my entire life. I kid you the fuck not. There's one kid in my entire life.
Right.
There's one kid. There's one kid in my entire life. There's one baby in my entire life. I saw. I remember I left my friend's house. I was with my ex at the time, dude.
Yeah.
We looked at each other, dude. We were like, "That's what the fuck, dude." She said it before I could, dude. She was like, "That's the ugliest fucking baby I ever seen." I was like, dude, the kid looks like my boss. Like, that's what I said. And I don't even mean that. Like, I was like, yo, why does the kid look like I have a boss? Like, what is wrong with it? The kid looks like a depressed 45-year-old man or some shit.
Yeah.
It shit freaked me the fuck out, dude.
Yeah. It's weird, man.
Oh, it was horrible. That kid was horrible.
I can't, man. I can't.
Sorry, I'm crying. I could still see that kid's face. It's as bad as that, sorry to say, it's as bad as that one retarded cat I saw. Which again, I saw with my ex. We're looking at, why do we always catch the worst fucking things, I swear, with that girl?
I don't know, man.
Like, there's this one cat, I swear to God, dude. He was like in the back of our house. And we're like, we're like cleaning the house. And she said, I'm gonna go outside and I'm gonna clean the porch because I'm about to cut the lawn. She was like, I at least want to get this out of the way so that we mow the lawn, we can see what's going on. Da, 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 da. So I'm like talking and I'm in the kitchen. You remember the setup of my old house. So I'm in the kitchen talking and she's dead silent. but I could see her out of my peripherals. I sound ridiculous. At the corner of my eye, I can't say it right now. And she's just standing there. I was like, what are you doing? And I turn over and she's like, you gotta come see this. I'm like, what? So I step out and there's this fucking orange and white cat that's peeking off the side of, what do you call that in the back? The backyard, the fucking, whatever, the little patio in the backyard.
Oh yeah.
The cat was retarded. I don't know what was wrong with it. His eyes were too close and he had like a square head. And he was just like looking at us like fucking, like it was weird, dude. And I was like, what the fuck is wrong with that cat, man? And she was like, I don't know. I was like, kill it. I don't know what to do. Yo, dude. She was laughing so hard. She's like, I can get back in the house. I'm going to pee myself. I was literally like, yo, I was down to kill that dude. Because I was like, I don't know what I'm looking at right now. It's an anomaly of life. He has to go.
Why is it looking like us where we're supposed to not
Yeah,
be
he
here,
was looking at me. Like, that's why I was like, yo, we got to kill this dude. I don't know what I'm looking at right now. Oh, man, that shit made me understand the medieval times when they saw anything that didn't look like he was human. It was like, yo, defile it.
Cast it from the cliff. You gotta throw it off the cliff, bro.
Defile it.
Throw it out.
Oh, my God.
That's funny.
Whew.
Yeah, man. Weird children, man. They look like Agent Schrader and shit from Breaking Bad.
Yeah, I will never forget that kid's face and my reaction. That was the hardest I ever had to like not laugh and freak out at the same time for like 2 hours.
Because every parent asks, isn't their kid adorable? Every
Look,
parent does.
see, I'm gonna tell you something right now. That's my greatest fear. Is to have an ugly baby. It's my greatest fear. Because you know how I am. I'm gonna know my baby's ugly. And I'm not gonna shy from it. I'm gonna be like, look, he's got a wonky little head, but
oh god,
this is my kid now. Like I gotta figure out how to fix this.
Oh man.
When he or she becomes older.
Okay, son, we gotta fix you before we take you to your grandmother's.
We gotta
What's wrong with grandma? What's wrong with his head?
Oh my god.
Why does he look like that?
Dude, you just
Why does he look like that?
You just hit a new level of fear. I didn't even think about what my mom would say about that kid, dude. Jesus.
Why does he look like that?
My mom will never let that. If anybody in chat doesn't know, like my mom is vicious, bro. Like I don't know how to. Whatever is wrong with the world, she'll say it and not give a fuck about anybody else's opinion. And I mean like the worst to the bone what it is, she's gonna say it exactly the way it is.
Oh, it's
doesn't
calculated.
matter.
She's got a laser target for zeroing in and destroying.
And destroy.
It
It's like, boom, just fucking gone, eviscerated.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's Godzilla of that shit, dude.
She walked by, she might take a side glance at somebody, and you're like, oh, that chick's kind of pretty.
No, she's gonna find something wrong, dude.
Yeah, you come around the corner and be like, you good? She's like, lady's eyes are too close. And then she'll walk off and you're like,
she's not gonna say that. You know what she's gonna do? She's gonna have that angry, mean stare at us, and we're gonna go, what'd you see? What'd you see? Because we're used to it. The sad part is that you're used to it too.
Yeah.
And you're gonna be like, oh no, I know, this is how it's gonna go. We're gonna see a chick, me and you gonna look at each other, we're gonna think she's pretty. We're gonna look over for some odd reason, see my mom's beaming eyes at us with this like hardcore frown. You're gonna go, oh no, and I'm gonna go, what did you see? What did you see? And she's gonna be quiet for a moment, and then she's gonna look over and she's gonna go, the fuck's wrong with that lady's eyes? And then that's it. She's gonna run a train on her.
Yep.
Looks like she's looking in two different directions. She's got the nerve to look at me. The fuck's wrong with her? And you're gonna be like, Jesus Christ, dude, chill out. Oh man, I wish you were around when my brother was alive. Their interactions with each other are godlike, dude. Godlike. My brother, like because he's like the complete opposite. So it's like she'll go on a rant and he's like trying to chill out.
Right.
Trying to make reason of why it is. And then she just counters it with like this, like, no, don't bullshit and beat around the bush. this is what it is conversation. It is the funniest shit ever. Like, okay, like I'm gonna give you a scenario again, like that same scenario, and imagine my brother with us, right?
Yeah.
What the fuck's wrong with that lady's eyes? Like, whatever. And my brother's gonna be like, jeez, mom, she's right there. Like, chill out, man. She's like, oh, no, I don't have to chill out. She's the one that's looking at both of us at the same time. And me and you are gonna be pissing ourselves. Because the lady is like literally like she can hear everything.
She can hear everything.
And then my brother's like, oh, no, I gotta get away from her. I gotta get away. And he'll like go to the other side of the store. And then she's gonna flip out on the fact that he bounced. She's just like, he's gonna fucking bounce around the store because he's too much of a, I can't say that on here, but too much of a, you know what, to just say what you're thinking. You know what, that's what the fuck she looks like. And you're like, Jesus Christ. And then we're just gonna be looking at each other like, dude, we're stuck with it. We're just stuck with it now. This is it.
Yep.
This is our existence now. We're with this lady.
Yep.
Sorry, guys.
Lady looking like a pug and shit.
Dude, yeah, my mom don't fuck around, guys. That lady does not fuck around.
It's so funny.
It's so insane. The fuck's wrong with that lady's eyes? You know that's how it will go, man. Normal. That was on normal? Jesus.
It's too funny. Brutal.
Dude, meeting.
What's wrong with your kid?
Dude, did I tell you when I met her boyfriend was the funniest fucking day ever that I went over to her house. The dude, I was like, dude, I gotta leave, man. I can't around you, man. He's like the funniest guy ever, man. Like his interaction with my mom, it's like I get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And dude, he's like trying to fix some shit. And my mom's my mom, you know how she is. She's like, you're doing it wrong. He's like, you could just come over here and do it, Gina. Like, why are you telling me to do it if you go to just do it, right?
Yeah.
So she's just like, just shut the fuck up and put it on, right? They're fixing something. And I'm like, what is going on? So he like stops. And he's like, I need to sit down for a moment. And then like, as he's about to sit down, he looks over, he's like, can I sit here? And I was drinking something, dude. I spit that shit all over the place, and me and him are busting out laughing. She's like, what? What's so funny? And she's like, because I got a white couch, and you guys know how I feel about anybody sitting about. Dude, he's like, yo, we gotta leave. And I cannot stop laughing. I was like, no, man, I gotta leave. You gotta stay, cause I gotta get away from you two. Oh, that dude, yeah, he's gonna, if you somehow ever meet this guy, you'll be pissing yourself in the first 5 minutes.
That's great. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Gotta have a good balance.
Oh man, that shit's funny as hell.
Gotta have somebody that can roll with that level of high.
Yeah,
chaos.
that dude is really funny.
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh, where are we?
We gotta get out of here. Oh shit.
Yo, the way he looked, cause he was in the middle of talking about something. Cause he was like, damn, Gina, why you gotta be all mad for? I already put the thing up, and it ain't no big deal. I just gotta clean up the floor, and he got like quiet as he was trying to sit down. And I was still laughing at something else he said earlier. And then with a serious face, he's like, wait, can I sit here? Yo, I was like, I gotta leave. I cannot stay here. And my mom was so fucking mad, dude. she was so mad. And I was like, you can't be mad. I was like, cause you know this is what you are. Like, you can't. Oh my god.
Yeah.
That shit was funny as hell.
She knows.
She knows.
She has to know. She's absolutely the person. You be in the middle of making a shell, she'll be like, why don't you use a Phillips head? I'm like, because I got a flat head right here. It's not the right one. Use this one. I'm like, okay.
Yo,
sure.
That day she was driving us nuts when we were putting shit together. Oh my god, dude, she's driving me fucking insane. Like, I was just like, oh my god, man. I was gonna throw it through the fucking window. Like, I was just like, I cannot, you gotta stop.
Give me a second.
She was like everywhere.
Oh, dude, she was in 5 places at once.
Yo, I thought she was near you, so I was like, oh, thank God, let me get over here and fix this. And then as I'm in the middle of fixing some shit, she's behind me spectating what I'm doing. I was like, could you please leave? Fuck.
You were behind me as well? No!
And it was like fucking like, and it was late too, right? I believe it was like super late that night. We were staying up just because we just couldn't go to sleep.
She kept appearing. Like, oh
So
shit.
why the fuck are you putting this like this? Oh yeah, by the way, the reason why I curse a lot is obviously because of, you know what's crazy?
No.
My dad barely curses.
Oh yeah.
My dad, probably my entire life, I've heard him say 5 curses.
Oh wow. Yeah.
My dad does not curse.
Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah, he does not curse.
Interesting.
I just realized that. That man does not curse.
That sounds right though.
My mom, sailor.
Oh yeah.
Sailor.
Absolutely. Oh, it's too funny. Yeah, she kept popping up. It's like, oh god.
I don't understand
I
why you
remember
did
though, it
this.
was funny. I started talking to my phone, and she goes, "You talking to his phone?" What the fuck?
Oh man.
Yeah.
It's a strange woman, dude.
Because at first she was weird. She was weirded the fuck out. Because I remember she was like, "Who's he talking to?"
yeah, she was weirded out. I was like, and I was confused. I was like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, I'm talking to somebody. He's like, "Yo, what's the measurement for this? What's this in centimeters?" Which I can't say right now because if I say the stupid thing's name, it's gonna start talking. I've done that so many times on stream.
I used to do it a lot when
Hey, blank.
Alexa
Shit.
was in the office, but now I have her in my bedroom.
Oh yeah. I remember back in the day, you could mess with people. Like Alexa was just so bad at voice recognition, you could just say, "Hey Alexa, blank.
Yeah.
Play Midget's Dick Down Under," and it would just start playing some weird
You're like,
You fucked, man. Hey Alexa, play Dueling Banjos. Oh no.
Good lord. But she's a lot better. She's had a lot of updates. She's a lot better now.
What's up? I feel like there was something I was gonna update you on that was like, oh shit. What was it? Can't remember. Oh yeah, so where are you? Hey Google, play the Bad Touch. There you go.
Good lord.
Where do you sit on all the modern? We were talking about it a little bit. All the modern shenanigans going on with all this gaming stuff. I know you've been sinking some time into Expedition 33, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
You mean with the newer changes that are going on? Or are you talking about all of the games coming out?
I'm talking
all
about
of it?
price hike, switch to the flash cart bullshit where it's like you don't even really get the game.
Oh, this is my worst nightmare. This is exactly what I
Plastic.
talked about on this stream about 2 years ago.
No.
Or a year and a half ago, or whenever we played Death Stranding, I remember I had a long conversation about it where I was like, yo, dude, I know what's gonna happen. And it's the greed of it all. And it's like, dude, you better get whatever games you can buy, you better get them now, because there's gonna be a point where you're not gonna be able to own a damn thing. And you're gonna have to like pay a subscription to even like the way that PlayStation Plus was when you first got it. Like even if you bought games on PlayStation Plus, you couldn't play it unless you have PlayStation Plus.
Yep.
It's gonna all turn into that.
Yep.
And we're there now. We've hit it. This is the first step into that.
Yeah. You got this little piece of plastic that
I'm
doesn't
not okay
contain
with it.
the game. It contains the key that you need to download.
Yeah, for the game. Yeah, you know what? Nintendo's gonna fail. Everyone's already projected that Nintendo. This is because every now and then they'll have like 2 consoles that do good and 1 console that drops off. This is we're at that pinnacle.
This is the dropping point.
Yeah, this is the dropping point.
Sucks.
Because
I really do.
Wait, what was you gonna say?
No, I was gonna go on a side tangent related to that, but.
I was saying because no one can afford it right now.
Yeah, no, that's basically it. It's like. They picked the worst time, and granted, there isn't a good time.
No.
It's not like they could have raised their prices at any point, and people were gonna be like, "Yay, price hike!"
No.
Like, no.
But if this was 2012 to 2018, you
Yeah.
could have did it. Because
Yeah,
that's
for
when the whole world was watching anything geek related.
For sure.
Comics, games, all of that shit, everybody was into it. Every chick on the planet was somehow a gamer. And it's like, just because you fucking watched, what is it called? Doctor Who doesn't mean you're, you know?
Whatever. Yeah. I mean, I would even pitch you that they could have even done it during lockdown and it would have been fine.
Yeah, yeah.
Because everyone was at home. It's like, what the hell?
Everyone
else are you
can
gonna do?
still
Also, the
afford
government
their
is, like,
apartments.
throwing out some cash, so it's like, fuck, man, I don't know. I got 4 months, a year,
Oh, fuck, I forgot about that.
burn
Stimulus
up some
check.
time. Why not?
I don't remember what I did with mine. To be honest.
But yeah, they could have just as easily done that. But yeah, no, this is yeah, man, piece of plastic, you get it. You don't even get the full game. And then on top of it, so they've got their own crazy ass system where like they're allowing, air quotes, publishers to create Switch games, like all the game and shit on the cartridge that are like special express 64 gig cards. But of
What?
course, they're proprietary. And of course, you have to do some bullshit with Nintendo to even get them. And of course, it's more expensive for these companies. So a lot of companies are opting not to go that route. And they're just like, look, man, we're going to do the stupid, what is it, plastic flash card? How
Yeah.
much is it?
Yeah.
$5 to produce like 8 million of these fucking things. Let's just put all these out into the wild. They have to download it. And if your servers go offline, well, then that's a you problem, dog. And that's
Yeah.
how a lot of it's coming about.
It's not good, man. All of it's not good because my thing is this. I understand price hikes. I
Yeah.
understand that. But
Yeah.
the price along with accessibility is what doesn't match to me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
If it's still your game with a price hike, I'll be fidgety with it, but I'll still do
you
what
might
I'm
still
doing
do
now. When it comes to certain games, like if it is the Expedition 33s and stuff like that, I will put any money for it. That's
Yeah.
fine. But I'm not gonna get a game that might be alright and it's shit for $100 and I don't get to keep it. That's fucking. Or if it's my favorite game and I can't have it, that's, you know what I mean? No.
Yeah. Give it a couple years. The servers are going down at some point.
Yeah, then on top of that, and then that means you gotta buy a remastered version for the next console and spend another $100 for that, even though you already bought it. Fuck out of here.
Come on, man. Don't you want
Look,
Mario
I'm fine.
25th anniversary edition?
Look, I'm gonna tell you something right now.
Yeah.
I'm at my peak.
Yeah.
At my age, and the things I'm doing with my life, this might be the end road in terms of new games. This might be. You know what I mean? This is the point where I'm like, this is as far as I can go. It's your turn now. Yeah, I'm getting there. This is the end for me with that.
Can't go no
It's
further.
fine. I'm alright with it. I want to move on with my life anyway.
There's nothing,
I don't need it.
There's nothing, like, aside from Expedition 33 and a couple of industry shakeup titles, there's not really. It's not like it was.
Yeah, there's not like
Like
8
97.
games a year that coming out. I'm like, I gotta fucking have. Yeah, it's not like fucking GoldenEye, Zelda. You know what I mean? Like fucking Star Fox. All these wild ass games coming out in the same year.
Blowing up Resident Evil 4.
Fucking
for
Resident Evil
PS2.
4,
It's like,
5.
holy
Fucking
shit.
Resident Evil 19. You know, it's like all of it at the same fucking time. No, I'm fine. It's like this Expedition 33 is the first game of this year where I'm like, oh my god, I gotta have it. And then like the next one's what is it, Hideo Kojima's? I don't know any other game after that I want for this year.
Oh well, yeah, because I don't think Resident Evil 9's coming out this year.
No, it's coming out February of next year.
RE9, man. Wow.
RE9,
Cool.
I'll get. Oh yeah, dude, I definitely gotta get my hands on that. That shit looks dope.
I gotta know more though, because it being tied to Outbreak doesn't sell me exactly.
Yeah, I don't like that they're bringing in like the side stuff to be.
I like canon. I like that there's a female protagonist. That's a cool step.
That's dope.
And it's one that's not Jill, and it's not. Sorry, to clarify, it's not Jill. It's not Claire. It's not
Yes.
Rebecca. It's not any of the ones that they've used so far. So I'm like, cool. Hey, it's not even Ada. You know, it's like, oh shit, we got
Yeah,
new
someone new.
blood in here.
That's
No.
fine.
No.
I'm okay with all
Cool
of
with
that.
man. Dare I say, I might even be a little bit excited. I want to see if they're going to go into the direction they said they were going to 20 some odd years ago, where they were like, well, we really want to try ghosts. And I'm like, cool, man.
I mean, with
Y'all-
them going back to Raccoon City, ain't shit there. I'm not gonna be surprised if they go that route.
Yeah, it's like, y'all been hitting the zombie strike pretty hard. Y'all went through, you got to figure, they went right after, they hit at that peak moment where it was just like that lull. They hit the zombie lull. It blew up. It did spectacularly well. They rode the series through the zombie. What would you even call it? The deluge of zombie. You know what I mean? Where it was just like everything for 5 or 6 years. Film, media, everything was just zombie.
Mila Jovovich, zombie.
Survivor Guide. Just everything had a zombie in it. And it survived that even, and was still covering zombies even after that. So it's like, okay. That's why when they did 8, I was like, oh, vampires? Werewolves? Cool.
I still gotta play it. I don't know if I want to play it on a stream. You guys let me know if you want me to.
Man. Yeah, no, that's on you. I still want to play it, and it's one of those with all the gaming shit that's going on. I'm like, I don't know what this means for example, like what's gonna happen with PlayStation VR 2. If that's gonna be something that's, are they gonna continue supporting it through PlayStation 6, or is it just PS5's the end? That's the end of the road. You got 4 games. You might have gotten Astrobot, which I don't think was VR. But
I don't think it's gonna continue. PlayStation consoles usually have that one thing that they try for a couple of years and it doesn't work, and then they go back to just doing regular shit.
Because I'm not gonna lie, that's been my big holdout on 8. Because I'm like, I want to play 8. I want to play it in VR, and I want to try to find a way to get it to where I can experience it with the full.
You might not like me for saying this.
Atmos sound.
You're fucking crazy. I'm not doing that.
Oh, come on. It's
No.
In terms of horror, in terms of spooks, 8 is the least scary.
You would
It's
know.
the most
How about
accessible
this?
one.
You could put when 150 years from now, you can put my dead body in it and put the VR on my head and leave me that way. I'm not fucking with that game.
Hey, come on.
I will pee.
8 has vampire girls and they bite you. It's not
8 is
terrifying.
fine. 8
It's
I'll
just
do
hot.
VR. 8 I'll do VR because I'm in love with Dimitrescu. So that's fucking. I'll do that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's
7?
super accessible, but 7.
7?
Yeah.
No.
7's
You
rough.
could put my dead body in the
7's
chair with the VR on my head. There's no fucking way you'll catch me playing that alive.
7's rough. Yeah, apparently there's a granny that like follows you around in 7.
Nope.
Unfortunately, it was spoiled for me, but yeah.
No, dude. No,
Pretty spooky.
man. I'm not. No.
Pretty spooky.
You could do it. Count me the fuck out, dude.
But yeah. So that's been my holdout. And I'm like, oh man, that would be cool. But I'm like, but then that's it. I'm like, getting PSVR 2 and getting some sort of 3D shit set up. I'm like, just for one game. I don't know, man.
Nah, yeah,
Yeah,
that's
something
a
else on.
lot of money for some shit I'm gonna play sometimes on the weekend. Like, I'm sorry, it's not.
It's gonna be the one time, you know.
Yeah.
And then once I beat it, I'm like, it's done.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go back and be like, this is great. I'm just gonna continue to scary shit for fun. Like, no,
No.
it's not
I'm like,
happening,
okay,
bro.
I finished it. I beat it. I don't know.
You gotta count me out,
Yeah.
dude.
But yeah. I just can't see it unless they continue to, and that's that weird thing where it's like, Sony has the audacity. I'm not saying they do, but I'm sure they've had like quarterly earnings where they've probably talked about the fact that it's like underperforming. It's like, okay, guys, PSVR 2 is underperforming. What are the games you have for it? Resident Evil 8.
Like
How
one.
long ago did that shit come out?
Yeah.
You know, it's like, what's the game selection like? Because PSVR 1 did pretty okay. It had that Batman game, which is cool.
That's dope. I still want to play that. They need more detective games like that.
Yeah, it had a number of cool first-person drop-in games that were a lot of fun. You know, PSVR 2, man, it's not there.
Yeah.
What is that lightsaber game? They probably have that.
I'm good.
You know,
I'm not
it's just
playing
like they
that.
just don't have enough.
I'm one of those people that didn't even play Guitar Hero. I'm not fuck. I mean, I did, but it wasn't like I wanted it. I didn't openly buy Guitar Hero. I went to all my friends' houses to play it.
Yeah, man.
Because if I heard another fucking Kurt Cobain song
bro.
again, I was gonna lose my fucking mind.
Oh, which one?
Kurt Cobain.
Oh, heart-shaped box, bro.
They just kept. It was like it just turned into. Then they had like a Kurt Cobain version. I was like, I had enough. I can't play this shit no more. I was done. Sorry.
Hey, wait, I got a new complaint.
Didn't that game go under because what's her name? Kurt Cobain's ex-wife fucking sued them for it.
Oh yeah, I could see that though.
Yeah, I would have did the same fucking thing. I was like, all right.
That'd be over his dead body. Now, the fact that she's suing, it's like, okay, as much as like that's cool because it is fucked that they are using his likeness because he probably would have hated that.
Oh, he would have fucking absolutely hated that. Come on.
She's also the financial benefactor of doing so. So it's like,
You would think that, but she actually did something pretty cool with anything that came to Kurt Cobain's money. It went straight to his daughter, to their daughter.
oh, okay, cool.
She didn't touch it.
Cool.
She had Hole.
Nice.
Remember, she had her own band, so she didn't need the money.
Yeah, I would hope not. And she also had a fucking blowout single. She did okay.
Yeah, she didn't need the money. I think whatever they had at the time, but like anything residual wise went straight to her.
Nice.
Straight to her. Which doesn't she have a wild life right now? Like she's married to another person's famous musician's son, some shit.
What's up? Okay. So I'm looking at the list of games. They've got 382 for
Jesus.
PSVR 2. I'm just scrolling through to see if I see anything that's like, ooh, that one. Okay. Among Us in VR. Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Before you continue that, that's what it was. She's married to Tony Hawk's son.
Oh, that's cool.
I kid you the fuck
Sure.
not. How 90s
Huh.
could you get, dude?
Yeah. You can't probably get any better than that.
No, that's like the perfect fucking match.
Beat Saber. Okay.
Yeah, that's the Star Wars one, dude.
Yeah.
Beat Saber, I'm good.
Just looking here.
Yo,
Help me out, gang. I'm not seeing anything.
we're
I'm just like, what the fuck? Resident Evil was like the biggest thing on here.
you know how you know we're old?
Hmm.
Francis Bean Cobain is 32.
Ooh, that feels bad.
It feels really bad.
Yeah, that's not great. Yo, I'm still scrolling. I'm seeing names, but nothing's clicking. I'm like, oh shit, it's blank. Bro, what the fuck?
You wanna know what's even crazier?
Hmm.
You remember KT Tunstall?
I know the name.
I don't know what music you would know from her. Let me think. What would you know from her? Fuck.
I know I've seen it.
Anyway, she's 49 now.
Wow.
This is like big in the early 2000s.
Yeah, I was excited. I knew I recognized. Okay, Gran Turismo 7. Okay. Huh? Meh?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm good. I'll pass.
Oh, I don't know how good it is, but Hitman World of Assassination, that's pretty fucking cool.
That might be dope.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. That game in VR might be a lot of fucking fun, especially if you can do all the kills. Cool.
Yes.
Dope.
Where is Anna Nalick? Sorry, I'm all over the place.
No, you just said, dude, you're fucking with my brain. I swear to God, you just fetched that from the ether because my brain was just going, oh, I wonder what happened to Anna Nalick, and you said it.
No, did you really?
I'm not even
No.
fucking kidding. I'm like scrolling through this list, and I'm like, bro, I wonder what happened to Anna Nalick. Chick.
Holy shit!
I'm not even fucking with you, man.
She looks great. She still looks like Anna Nalick.
It's funny. But I think she's in her 40s.
She's 41.
At least.
She's 41.
Has to be.
Yeah, 41. She was married to Tim. I don't know who the fuck Tim Foster is. Was. She's not anymore. There is a girl I cannot remember the name of. Remember, as she made years ago, I was like, she made a dope version of a song, and I can't remember the song. It's pissing me off. You already know who's my baby out of all of these kind of singers. She's old as fuck now though, but she's still hot.
Who that?
Sarah McLachlan.
Oh yeah. I was gonna say Truck Hands.
Who's Chuck Hands? Oh, fucking yeah.
Vanessa Carlton.
She has a wild life, Vanessa Carlton though, man.
Oh yeah. I was just being mean.
Poor thing.
Anybody that plays piano is gonna have.
They got them box
digits.
hands, bro. They got the PlayStation
digits.
1 hands, man. It is what it is.
Yo. Oh man.
It's got PlayStation 1 hands. You ready? You ready for PlayStation 1?
Oh man.
It's all right.
She's one of those people like I wouldn't want to fight her because she could probably.
She got
kick
them
my
block
ass.
hands, bro.
She could probably kick my ass.
there's
Like,
a-
no bullshit.
There's a cute pianist that does a lot of like the Final Fantasy stuff, and she's a Twitch person on here. She got those hands.
Hey.
She got little hobbit hands. Cute. Little hobbit hands, bro.
That's it. She doesn't have like a lot of finger reach though.
I don't know. They're small though.
That's curious. Yeah, no, because it's usually the same thing with like guitar players where people always complain about having stubby fingers and they're like, oh dude, I can't fucking reach.
I feel.
But I'm like,
I don't even want to say her name because I'm gonna feel bad for being on Twitch talking about it, and I don't mean it in that
Legitimate
way.
complaint.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. There's a female piano player on Twitch that has truck hands. It's fine.
Yeah. That's it. That's how I'll just categorize it as that.
She got meaty hands.
Now, don't get me wrong. She's made some of the best versions of like Chrono Trigger music from just her freestyling on the piano, and I'm like, I gotta find a way to have it. Truck hands, bro. Cute.
Yeah.
Real cute. Truck hands.
Jesus.
Truck hands.
She goes to backslap somebody. She might kill someone.
Yeah. It's funny too, cause she's like always posting, and I think I even have her on the Wolfmug Instagram, and I'm like, yo, you got PS1 hands, right? Like,
Ooh, she get them close-ups too, man.
yeah, she's
Look, I just did my nails. You take a look at them hands.
she's everywhere. You know, she does like that. She does that all the time. She's like, hey, here they are, like throwing up peace signs. I'm like, yo, you need to chill.
She's got.
Calm
She
down.
just imagine. It's like.
Stop it.
Okay, who could I use? It's Freerin, but she's got Ronda Rousey's hands.
Yes, that is the best fucking. That is the best fucking comparison possible, dude.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just realized this camera.
Tiny little body, tiny little frame, just massive meat palms.
Just fucking meat mashers, bro.
Yeah. Fight hands.
Yeah. She got fight hands, bro.
Oh, okay, I gotta backtrack me bitching about shit for like 2 seconds. I forgot they had Resident Evil 4, the new one, but they had it. Wait. Pause. Fuck. Sorry. No. I think it's just the original. No, it is the new one. Okay, supposedly the new Resident Evil 4 was put to VR.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's what's up. Yeah.
I'm down for that.
Yeah, that's not bad. Okay. But yeah, that's it. It's the Resident Evil machine at that point. Because everything else is like fucking Stranger Things VR. Woo. Yay.
I don't want that.
Woo. I can enjoy my favorite Goonies expansion for 20 more seasons.
I don't even want to hear that fucking word anymore. That's how over it. I cannot wait for the season to be done. I can't wait. When they announced, I was like, yes. It's over. No, granted, I have no hate.
Yeah.
It's a great show. I love the first 2 seasons.
I really liked the first season, but by the time
Really
they got
liked
to
the
the
first
second one and characters were just doing stupid shit.
I was
like,
over.
hey, we got Hopper. What's he doing? He's
Nothing.
out digging holes.
It's just doing nothing.
Why? The fuck? What are we watching right now? Why is he here? Like y'all contractually obligated him to turn down other roles so he could stand out in a fucking field somewhere. This is dumb. This is like negligence. Y'all should be fined for this shit. what?
Like,
If I was his agent, I would have been fucking furious. I'd have been like, what? You accepted what with Netflix? You took a contract so you could stand in a fucking field? You know how many movies we turned down?
oh my god.
Could you just imagine being his agent and having to represent him and be like, oh my god.
I know he
dude,
was
what
pissed when
the
he
fuck?"
realized the only thing open he had was Hellboy. They're like, this is what you got, buddy.
Yeah, it's like, well, you turned down everything else. Here you go.
This is what we got. This is it.
You got to be Hellboy, and then maybe in a Christmas movie in a couple years. That's it. Which is fuck, because that guy is fun.
I'm real sad he separated from what's her name though. I like them as a
Yeah.
couple.
Who
Makes
that
me sad.
is?
Reek's sister. What's his name from Game of Thrones?
Oh, fuck, I don't know. Her name is different depending on if you're talking book or show. And the
They have
show,
the
she's
same-
Asha.
No. But what's Reek? What is his name?
Oh, man, you said that, and now my brain can't even. It's
That dude.
Not A Stark. His name is blank. Somebody in chat knows.
It's his real life sister is this famous British singer. That's who he was married to, but they separated.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. That sucks.
Anyway, I don't care to look it up. I didn't mean it like that. I just don't.
Oh, yeah, it's fine.
I don't fucking care. It's not worth it.
They'll figure it out.
I don't mind me, guys. I'm looking for a certain brush that would be great for repainting.
Shit, what is his name now? That sucks. That whole character's legacy has been soiled by that stupid show. Because Reek has a comeuppance in the book. Reek gets vengeance on what's his name, and what's his name
Really?
sticks around. He doesn't die. He becomes the new Reek.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
That made me want to read the books.
Yeah, no, Reek. I don't think he tortures him, but yeah, no. Reek's torturer becomes the new Reek. It's pretty cool. Oh my god. What the fuck is it? The Ironborn. I will think of it. I'm like right on the I'm dancing around all the character names. It's gonna hit. Not Lannister. Not Stark. Not Baratheon.
Damn, it was on the tip of my fucking tongue.
Not Jon Snow.
I gotta look it up now.
Like I couldn't think of it either. I was just like, fuck me. Hmm.
Theon Greyjoy.
Ah, yeah, Theon. That's right. Theon.
Lily Allen. I didn't even get a chance to look it up yet. Lily Allen is his
Hey, there's
sister.
Gnome. Gnome, where you been?
Gnome's been playing them games.
He has
What's up,
been
dude?
as I'll put it to you this way. If I'm not mistaken, you can correct me on this if he wants to. He has been as deep in Expedition 33 as I've been in Disgaea for like the last 3
Oh,
weeks.
dude, the Expedition 33 is Gnome 7 right now, dude.
Yeah.
And for a
Which is
very
cool.
good reason.
Which is cool.
You do your thing, Gnome.
I'm not snapping on you, man.
Hell no.
At least in your case, that's understandable because that game is actually really good. It's not fucking Disgaea.
Oh,
Disgaea.
God,
Not-
dude. I wish you
not
were there
great.
for the stream where I got what was like when I got to Act 3. Like, my face was in like complete shock for like 4 hours straight.
Nice.
That plot twist is no joke, man.
I'm glad they're doing shit. That's my big complaint.
You know
things.
why?
Hmm.
You know what I think?
Hmm.
I think because they weren't afraid to take risks.
No.
And not like oh, we need to kill this guy all for no fucking reason. Like, no, kill off random people, but give an insane reason for what's going on for it. And it was like when you get what's going on and the way that they lay it out for one character, man, my brain just hit the floor. Like, I couldn't pick it back up. Like, I had to end the stream like kind of like I I gotta take some time to register what happened. Now that I have what's going on in the story, I'm so actually kind of glad that I redid that stream.
Yeah.
Because it gave my brain enough time to really fully grasp what was going on, and I'm like, good lord. And then the second time I went back over it, when I got it, I was like, oh my god, like I haven't had a plot twist hit me that hard since like I read a book, like, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Like it's that good where just like, oh fuck, what? Wait, what?
Like how? Why?
Total in game at the moment before getting to Jesus.
Yo.
That okay? All right. Let's distinguish this.
Huh?
That's what you call a good playthrough. If I'm at 130 hours and I still got 2 more towns to go through, what the fuck? And you know what I'm referring to? Because I was at 129 hours when I was still getting out of fucking Zack's town.
I have a comparison to make, and that's all I'm gonna say about it. Imagine that were the case, but instead of going through the same plot beats, there was all new towns. All new towns, brand new.
Oh, dude, don't tell me that.
Brand spank ass new. I'm
No,
saying
we
like,
can't have that conversation.
They went and decided from the ground up. They were like, look, because a lot of people were speculating. They're like, look, we're gonna kill the plot ghosts because the ghosts are really the fans of the original franchise that won't let the fucking series be anything but the original game. Cool. Okay. Roll with that. So game 2, not new premise, but different direction, different locations, same characters, same dynamics, same, you know, Aerith's cozy, Tifa's floaty and nebulous and doesn't really tell Cloud shit. Barrett's going through some shit.
5 new towns and 1 extra city that's like Midgar.
Yeah, just new towns.
Dude. Dope.
New towns and 1 hub area, but it's not Calm.
Yes.
Calm is actually much smaller. And in fact, Calm is Calm because it's... Somebody pointed that shit out the other day, dude, and it was like my brain exploded, and I went, this person get it. Like, they totally got it. The idea that the reason that Calm is called Calm is because it's gonna sound stupid. It's
No, I know where you're
Calm
going.
Town.
Yes.
It's very small.
It was what you
cute.
saw, and that was it.
Yeah, it's like, it's a couple of houses deep. It's a couple people deep. It's got like a couple of shops. It's got this weird like seedy bar kind of location, and that's really it.
Yeah.
I went, that's a detail that your brain kind of picks up on, but you don't really put together until somebody just lays it out. It's like, oh yeah, no, that's
why it's
They
called
should've-
Calm.
But yeah, so Calm smaller, but then everything from that point on, if it's big, it's a different spot. Completely different spot. Different areas. Completely different areas. Different geography, different locations. Same characters, same dynamics. Because that's all we want. We want the same people, same more or less story guideline kind of shit, but not necessarily. Take it a different direction, whatever. You can still have the same overarching premise. Like, if you want to really hinge it in a way where it's just like, okay, here's the anchor point. There's this nebulous, space-faring evil thing somewhere. Okay?
It's fine.
It can shapeshift. Okay, why aren't we doing anything with that? It could be the thing.
Yeah.
It could literally be part of our party and we don't even fucking know.
Yo, I never thought about that. Oh, no.
It could be part of the party, man. We could have not known. It could have been in the party the entire time.
Oh, you fucked my mind up just now.
It'd be awesome.
Imagine
What?
if that was okay. Oh,
That's the
fuck!
twist.
Why did you do that, dude? If you wanted that, I was about to say something wild. If you wanted that stupid arc of like trying to make Sephiroth good,
Yeah.
that could have been a dope idea. Sephiroth still kills Aerith. Spoiler alert. Too late for that, right?
Yeah.
Kills Aerith, but you're like, what the fuck? Like the game still went the same way, and then you find out. Like the 7 seconds and all that shit deals with the fact that he's like, no, that was fucking Genova. That's not even the girl. That would have been insane.
Interesting. Yeah.
And it was the
Something like
future,
that.
and even he knew through the live stream it was a bad idea of killing her. So that's, and then you think that it's Aerith all this time, the Omni Aerith that tried to fix everything, and it was Sephiroth.
No.
And he's like, no, I fucked up. Now I gotta fix it.
Something.
That would have been a dope fucking idea.
Something, because they already had that on the table. That was a neat idea. But anyway, just stuff like that, and then you could have taken it anywhere, bro.
Yo, that would have been game of the year for me. If you find that out by like third game.
Yeah.
And Sephiroth's like, no, you don't get it. Like, I understand what I did wrong, and you don't understand that that's not Aerith.
That's not who you think that is.
That's not who you think it is. And it's like something in the beginning of the game, you're going halfway through the game, like most of the game still works, and then like you get to like a midpoint, and then you're like, wait a minute. And then you find out like all this time that extra white material you got is like the way that it contains like fucking magic or memories or souls is where he put Aerith.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like that's why you have the third fucking the second white material all this time.
Yeah.
That would have been fucking insane, dude.
Yeah, a little Twin Peaksy, but I think that's
yeah,
one
but
of those people probably could have gotten some.
My thing is this: for it being for it being a new game,
yeah,
for it to be what we already know as the sequel of them, that would have been that you couldn't get a better, because that's a plot twist that works because it's not something you could imagine to really exist for that game, because know everyone knows how those games go so well. To have it flip on its head that direction, and then it still leaves you with the question like, oh shit, is anyone anyone else in the party this thing? Still, your brain is kind of till the end of the game like, where the fuck is this thing?
Yeah.
You don't know. And then the way Cloud's tripping out, you're like, oh my god, was it Genova this whole time and Cloud wasn't really real? Like, you know what I mean? You could have went deeper with all the main topics of the game if this thing was in your party.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Huh? I go back to the thing where you were talking about, we've said this on a couple of streams, we're just like, why aren't we writing this shit?
Shit like that makes me want to sit down and really write something. I just don't know how to do that format, and if I can get my brain to sit long enough to do something.
Well, it's that, and then who the fuck do you send it to? Because it's one thing if you have the channels and you know the people. Like for me, if I was gonna do that with film, first thing I would do, it's gonna fucking trip everybody up, but I would hit up Max Landis, because he does a film consulting thing where he like helps people with scripts and shit. I would hit him first. I'd be like, hey man, see what you think of this. Well, you know, it's really supposed to be like a blueprint, blah, 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 blah. Try this formatting, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, okay, cool. It's fixed. Now what? He'd be like, oh, okay, well, you know, maybe try, there's a couple places you can submit it, and then figure out where to send spec scripts to, because that would be the trick, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, where?
See, and another thing, you got stuff like Square Enix where they're very like close knit with their stuff, and it's like I don't even think that they would allow an outside new mind to really fuck with the material, which is not good. Because I'm sorry, I'm still gonna say it. You need to fucking get rid of what's his name. I'm sorry, dude.
Any possibility. He's a ghost. He's
that dude. He should have been gone. With all the stuff that happened with 15, he should have been gone then. I don't know why he's still around. I don't know what the fuck's going on that he's still around. I don't get it. Sorry.
Okay.
I'm really fucking against that.
Who was it that Yeah, okay, it was him that wanted 15 to be a musical. Yeah.
Yes,
yeah,
it was.
Absolutely.
Yes, he's the reason why we went from fucking high school to grown adults. Like, I remember being in high school with you when they announced the game.
Yeah.
And then having a full-blown, like, girl I've been with for years in our own place by the time the game came out. Like, that's a lot of time, dude.
Yeah. That was a neat trailer too. That was
One of
if you
the
wanna
most
talk about
badass trailers on fucking in-game history, dude.
two moments I've been hyped for a trailer. One was Metal Gear Solid 2.
Yes.
Unapologetically, I don't give a fuck.
No,
Fight
yes.
me, I don't care. One of the best trailers I've seen.
Yep.
And then the other one would be 15.
The cool thing is because of the way that they played it for 15. You didn't know if Noctis was. You didn't know if the plot was going to turn out like you were playing the bad guy the whole time.
Yeah.
Because he almost looked like he took the throne, and you're like, what the fuck is going on with this? And then they, the way they stopped the trailer is when he turns. Then that was different too. His blade, because remember how they try to make every like blade of the main character very special, and his had its own like small little engine on it. You're like, what? And then it ends because you didn't know what the fuck that thing did, and his eye turns red and it just goes black, and you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it was the engine looking different, like they were going like a live action direction, you know,
Yes.
he was looking down a hallway and jumping over furniture and I'm like, whoa.
Oh, the second trailer when they finally showed him like murdering people and shit, and there was blood
like,
everywhere. I was
finally-
like, oh my god.
Finally gotten out of the turn-based shit and gone full, like,
Yeah.
it's like everybody kind of secretly wanted for years, where they're like, man, Final Fantasy's pretty cool, but what if they actually did start doing shit like Kingdom Hearts, where it was like live action, but it wasn't clunky and you didn't have to navigate a menu?
It felt like some
Like,
Crow
around.
shit. Like if someone watched The Crow and was like, we need to put this. I'm always saying that. I don't know what it is. There's something about the aesthetic of The Crow when you add pizzazz of it into things.
Yeah.
It just does something for me personally. Maybe it's a personal thing, but it just makes everything better.
No, I enjoy it. I think there's something else that I can compare that to. But stylistically, I mean, I think that's the reason I like Dark City. Is Dark City, while not being Crow adjacent, feels dark enough to be a good complement to it. You know?
Yes. But
that's shot at night. But no, I
man.
definitely dig that aesthetic. It's just not used now.
it's not used at all now, and it's a hard thing to replicate because it didn't. The Crow is such his own thing at the time. It was so, and then everything that surrounded it, it didn't get the chance to breathe its own identity in a way that would spread. It's a very singular moment in film. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it didn't have the chance to become its own genre, if you get what I mean.
Yeah.
Like the next thing that was closest to it was the first Blade movie. That was it.
Oh yeah, true.
It's like you got those two movies that exist, and it was like you have the backbone to make shit in this direction.
Yeah.
And then like you get the Matrix is kind of falling on that, but the Matrix went too CG.
True.
If it would have stayed on the route of the first movie, then we would have been. I think it would have opened into that genre.
Yeah, for sure.
But since it didn't, you know, I'd put the first Matrix movie in that category. Just those three movies. There's something, I don't know what it is. And the sad part is it sparked other things, those three movies, but not what it was. And it's like, how did we miss this?
It's like iterations just coming after it, and like they're trying to adapt a thing, and it's like each thing is distilled down further from the thing before it.
Yeah, it's like, what is
Point where
going
it's
on?
just pure water after a while. You're like, oh, okay. I started with high shelf vodka. What is this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That still gets me how there's nothing that gets close to that yet.
Yeah,
What's
I don't
going
know. I can't think of anything else that's hit that same kind of stride. And if there is, it's kind of like what was the movie that had the you were talking about it last time, Crying Freeman.
Yeah.
The only thing I've seen that stylistically looks similar to me is Crying Freeman, and if it's anything else, it's probably from the same era, like 90s film.
Yeah, there was this weird little titular kind of period from like 1990 till about 1994 or 5, where they had this weird little period of like dark films with rich imminent storytelling, and it was like, and then it just went away, and I don't know what caused it to go away, but it was like you will catch glimpses of what could have been a whole new genre, and it just never came to be.
Yeah, I wonder what that's about. So
I don't know. I wonder if
maybe it was the early 2000s.
I don't know. I'm trying to see if a psychological fiction, crime fiction.
Oh, well, I mean, they also did have, I don't know if it's considered crap, but they have stuff like Johnny Mnemonic would be part of that too.
I would put it loosely in that because
yeah,
it's a practical like new. You know what it could have been? It could have been like a new noir.
True.
We don't have that nowadays.
True.
So I would definitely put it in like a neo noir.
Marvel?
Marvel? What?
No, Silver said Marvel. That's
Oh
what
no,
okay.
no, not Marvel. Like the Crow movies. Like what kind of genre could it have sparked? I definitely think
God,
neo
yeah.
noir.
Definitely didn't spark anything from Marvel.
No.
Buffy sparked more from Marvel than anything else.
Yeah.
That's courtesy of what's his face.
Yeah, I'd put the Crow in neo noir.
I'm blaming Marvel for the fall of good movies. It's definitely been. It's almost, sadly, it's almost like a Joss Whedon specific issue, and it's
Yeah.
one of those weird things where I'm like, okay, everybody likes that smarmy kind of corny, jokey dialogue. It's like, okay, yeah, it works for Angel, it works for some of the characters in Buffy. Works for
One
Seth
character, because
Yeah,
it's a character type.
Yeah, it works in Firefly. You know, it's got a couple characters that'll throw little bits and quips, and someone's pretty funny. But I would figure around the time that they decided that your boy just needed to be canceled, that they would just stop trying to emulate him. But
Yeah. Damn, there's a movie I just saw that I was like, I would put it in that category.
it's one of the few moments where like them throwing the baby out with the bathwater probably would have been a good thing.
Good lord.
You
I
know,
would-
it's like
yeah.
if they chucked everything and you're just like, well, whatever. He was always a terrible writer. You're like, yeah, you know, and like they try to do. Like they try to retroactively say shit is bad, even though it's not bad.
I would put
Insert any 90s, you know, voice acting, regardless of what it is. And the 90,000 plus comments of people like, wow, voice acting was bad in the 90s. It's like, you fucking morons.
I'll put 2011's Girl on a Dragon Tattoo in that category.
Yeah.
I would.
Yeah.
Not the original movie versions from Sweden, but
Oh,
I would
yeah.
put that. I would loosely put the movie Polar. I would
okay.
put Collateral,
Oh, yeah.
the first Sin City.
For sure.
There's another movie and I can't remember the name of it. Yeah, I would put some of those. I would loosely put Watchmen in there.
Oh,
Loosely.
yeah, true.
Loosely.
True.
There's a couple of them. Oh yeah, I would do other ones. I don't know. It still hasn't sparked.
It sparked a reboot. Ooh. They want to talk about movies that would... I don't even know if it would make for a good drinking movie.
Nah, I completely pass on that, dude.
Yeah.
For me, it's just one thing, and it sounds stupid, but I think it's a large element of what The Crow is. He's gotta have a long hair, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Full of good movies, yeah. I think everyone blames Marvel for full of good movies.
Short hair, and then he just looks like an insert of anybody else. Like, you could have told me that was the kid from American Horror Story, and I go, oh, okay. Speaking of Quicksilver.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, isn't that Quicksilver from fucking Like X-Men? Like what? What? He's in this? Cool, man. Evan Peters.
Evan Peters.
Yo, isn't that Evan Peters, bro? That's one of the Skarsgårds? Ah, huh. Weird.
I'm trying to think of another one,
But see, now here's what's fucked up though, because Whedon's dialogue did well. Marvel did extraordinarily well. Castlevania did well. But here's what's weird. So more recently, Netflix has adapted Devil May Cry into an anime. And wouldn't you know that that's the line in the sand for all these like noobs to like anime and nerd shit. Where they are losing their fucking minds over it not being a faithful adaptation, all this shit.
which is
I'm
weird.
like, man, this sounds vaguely familiar. I feel like this was something I complained about 8 years ago and nobody gave a fuck about. But now that it's in their backyard, you know, NIMBY not my backyard. Now it's in their fucking backyard. It's their problem. They're like, this is terrible. I can't believe why did Netflix do this. I'm like, maybe it's because you helped greenlight this other bullshit. Maybe you provided the impetus for them to keep making this shit. And go figure, it was Adi Shankar, whatever the fuck that guy's name is. Speaking of the crow type people that try to emulate the look without knowing what the fuck it's probably on about. Oh my god, you want to talk about cringe. You want to talk about like the cringe of Nomura, but distilled into a person that's pencil drawing the crow makeup on himself. That guy.
I don't know who that is.
I don't want to know who that is. Like
Okay.
I just the fact that he's been cringe enough to fuck up 2 franchises. I'm like, you guys have got to leave him alone. I get it. He's got money because I think he's been executive producer on a lot of the stuff. It's like, I get it. He's signing off on a lot of this shit and signing a lot of checks. You can find other people for money. But it seems to be like any adaptation he's involved in has to take a turn for cringe, lame, terrible bullshit.
What's his
But yeah,
name?
that Adi, I think it's Adi Shankar, Shankar. You could do Google images and you could find him with that crow looking makeup.
What am I looking at?
A goober.
The sad part is that he's responsible for Dread, and Dread was okay.
Dread was okay, but I think that's what it was. I think Dread did really good, at least comparatively, and then that is what got everybody else to sign him off to everything else.
Nah, you shouldn't do that. That goes into that conversation I had a couple of years ago, where I was like, it was about Nomura, where I'm like, you know, they do a couple of things that are really good, but you always leave someone else in the room with them.
Oh yeah.
When they have their ideas, because if you give them too much power or too much freedom, they start doing weird shit and they become weird people, and you got to have the other person in the room that goes, stop. No, we're not doing that. It's stupid. Yeah, because he's responsible for some really good shit, like Machine Gun Preacher, Killing Them Softly, that Brad Pitt movie, The Gray, Dread, even Captain Laserhawk was alright. And it's like, but as I see the list, I'm like, okay, I'm seeing where shit's starting to go weird. You know what I mean?
South, yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, you can't do that.
Nope. Creative showrunner, and then they got him as executive producer on Assassin's Creed. Like, ooh. Oh no, dude! Hyper Light Drifter and fucking PUBG, the TV series.
There's no reason for PUBG to have a TV series.
What the fuck? What can you do with PUBG, the TV series?
I don't know, buddy.
That is fucking dumb, bro. The Gray and Machine Gun Preacher were really good. Holy shit.
Yeah, they were. What is good with the face stuff though? I don't.
Oh, he just thinks he's hot shit. He's got. I was gonna name drop the fucking local high school, but the one that's known for the art shit, he's got that. He's got the art high school bug.
SCAD.
Oh, I said high school, but don't name drop it. But
okay.
Yeah, he's got that. He's got that and then some, bro.
He's like the reason why I want to like move overseas, and
it's the theater kid thing, man.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna lie. It's probably what I'm gonna end up doing. But you remember the whole thing, like the meme from a couple of years ago with what's his name? Sorry. With Mads Mikkelsen in the Star Wars movie. And the dude is like, you got all this incredible stuff, but yet you want to be a farmer. And he's like, it's a peaceful life. Like, I get it.
Oh, yeah.
I get it. He does look like that dude from That's Scott Pilgrim. Like, I get it. Like,
Oh, yeah. He does.
Like, I understand what he means now. Like, really.
Right.
Like, I honestly just, I think I want to really move because I want to just... I want to get away from everything. Like, I want, like, you to find me, like, 10 years from now. And my hair is super long. I have a brooding fucking beard. And you're like, dude, like, Wolf, what? Where have you been? You've been, like, you know, I had all this, and da-da-da-da, and I'm just looking at you like, it's a peaceful life, dude.
Yeah, I'll link you to something later, but it was something that the author of The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck was talking about. He was talking about, like, life comes in kind of 4 stages generally. He's saying that there's one, and it sounds funny, I'm going to name it this. He didn't call it this, but it's like kind of a dissociative state or age or period where it's like you start to, because of time and time constraints and realizing that you only have so much of it, you start to zero in on the things you really want, and that misalignment causes other things to fall off, like other social obligations, other people, other things that, like, you're like, oh, but this is important to this other person. You stop worrying about that shit, and then you start really going after those things. He's talking about that, like, being one of the stages, and I was like, that's kind of...
Yeah, I think I'm in that.
No. It's like time to expand and explore new shit, and then to also break from that normal congealments. I mean, that's if you hear me bitch about Blue Beetle guy, that's where that stems from too, where I'm just like, I'm tired. I don't mind somebody being, because obviously we are, like, we wax nostalgic and ecstatic about all sorts of nerd property shit all the fucking time. But the difference is, and I mean, it's harder to do on Twitch because it's not like we can see social cues, but it's like, we're capable of taking social cues, you know? But, like, people in real life, it's like they talk in real life like they're on Twitch. And that can be really fucking annoying. And then on top of it, half of them don't have the social barometer or awareness to understand that's like...
It's cringe.
Bro, some people just don't want to talk about the same shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird. Yeah, I thought that was interesting. I wanted to pass that to you. Was that?
Yeah,
I thought that was really cool.
Actually made a lot more. That made me understand myself a lot more.
Start breaking into shit where you're like, oh, this is really cool. This has more to do with me. Like these other projects, you know, splitting off from things and just getting other shit done. You're like, oh, I've been putting that off. That'd be kind of cool to fuck with. Huh.
Yeah.
Give this a shot.
She's coming around. I hope Ramen Man gets a chance to see this at some point.
Which one?
Orc woman.
Yeah, I'll send you. I'll drop that shit in general. Mark Manson, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck.
I read it. I gotta reread it.
It's not too bad. I think he's got good points. I think he's got a good... He's good at being no bullshit, which is fine. Like, I feel like he offers more advice than, say, like, Robert Kiyosaki, you know?
Yeah.
Where it's like, Robert Kiyosaki is just like a fictional telling of him having 2 dads and how, like, if you invest and save your money, like, fuck him. Like, if you ever want better investment advice, go get yourselves a copy of The Richest Man in Babylon. But anyway, and even that's like, yeah, invest. Put 1/10 of what you earn into a savings account. If you should invest in anything, put your money in places that will result in something of a return.
Yeah.
And like one of the earliest things the guy does is he puts his money in a stupid business venture that ends up getting him fucked. He's like, oh, I put it in these gemstones. Like, where's your resulting money? What happened? And he's like, oh, well, they ended up not being worth anything. It's like,
Well,
gotta be careful about where you put your money. Anyway,
that's when that failed cycle song from fucking Mega Man Legends comes on. Still haunts my fucking nightmares till this day.
but he's it's useful, it's cool, novel, and that he's no bullshit. But this is gonna sound crazy.
I know what you're gonna say.
It's gonna sound fucked up because I don't usually like throwing this word around. I do get the impression he's had kind of a privileged life.
Yeah.
And it's a weird undercurrent to have in a self-help book. But when you have that as the perspective building context for everything else,
Yeah.
it's like, I get it. Some of what you're saying is useful. But man, you would really have to fuck up pretty hard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like not you, but like him as who he was coming up and then like having the life he's lived up to this point. And it's like, you could have failed upwards and been totally fine. Where like other people might not have that luxury. Now that being said, again, the art of not giving a fuck's fine. He does bring up a lot of good points. A lot of the chapters are pretty cool. I don't mean to simplify all of it under this heading of just like, nah, dude, he lives a pretty cush lifestyle. Don't fucking listen to him. But, it's like, you kind of have to keep that in the back of your mind because there's like certain points where you're like, wait, what? He went to a what? He went to a party that his friend was running when he was like in his early 20s. And it's like, his friend went and died. And it's like, it's fucking wild shit, but it's like, you have to backtrack and you're like, wait, what the fuck was he doing?
Yeah.
Like, his friend had what? A house in his early 20s? I'm like, he's doing all right, man. His friend was doing all right. I mean, like, and he was doing all right. Where, it didn't seem. And granted, it's not a biography telling. So I guess that's something to to put a fucking asterisk to it. It's like it's not an autobiography by any means. That book.
Yeah.
But from what you can kind of glean from what he's saying, it's
He had an above average life.
I don't think he's had the David Goggins life. You know what I mean?
I'd eat out of a trash can.
Yo, and get
And
his
then
ass
eat
beat by
bugs.
his fucking old man, and then having to work for his old man at his business, and then
What's his name? Goggins.
Goggins. Yeah.
Like, hey, bugs. People were watching me from across the fucking street.
Yeah.
I ate all those bugs, man. I ate all of them.
Yeah. So I don't know. So if you're a person that hasn't read The Subtle Art of Giving a Fuck, maybe I'm out of my element. That could be something to discuss. But,
You're fucking wuss if you haven't eaten bugs.
Because I've got a copy of it. I'm not trying to be a dick and be like, I'm shitting on it because I read or listened to somebody's review. I'm like, no, I've watched a couple of guys' videos. I like these videos probably more than I do the book, to be honest. Some of the videos are a bit more insightful. The book is kind of just a capsule. It's obviously like a container, and then once you've gotten through it, you're like, okay, cool. It's got some good points, but I do get that feeling where I'm like, I would have gotten more out of it if his life story doesn't have to be as raw as David Goggins, but definitely if he suffered a bit more, Where it's like, oh, okay, you come from a background of equal suffering, commensurate with mine. I can use a bit more of what you have on offer than not. It's like I have that capability with somebody like David Goggins where I'm like, oh, okay, I get it. He talks about being in deadbeat bullshit jobs, how he was kind of looking down the end of his proverbial rope trying to figure out what the fuck to do being in the military. It's like, oh, okay, I get it. I see where the trajectory went. And then how he was like unmotivated. It's like there's a lot of real struggle that dude went through,
Yeah.
Bit more relatable than Mr. Mark Manson, who ran a self-help blog that did well enough and spawned well enough, or it did. I guess it ranked well enough that he created a book off of it, and it was a #1. Like, how the fuck, man? Like, I need to know. Maybe that'll be a task at some point. Would be for me to go back and just look through his actual life story. Fuck what anything he has to say, and just see what the trajectory was. Because I'm like, I'm still missing pieces.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, how did you go from just running a blog, which I mean,
It's a
I guess
blog.
you could do all right. You could run a WordPress and make a couple of like affiliate sales. I'm like, bro, how did you go from having a blog to blowing the fuck up and being like a #1 New York Times bestseller for however many months period, you know? He's the other book. Like how you see fucking Atomic Habits anywhere, and I've got
Yeah.
that too. He's the other book on the shelf next to it in most people's houses.
Yes.
You get the little white book, which is Atomic Habits. Right
then
next
his
to
book.
it is Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck, and it's black. The white and black book on most people's shelves that are self-help nuts. And then right next to that, maybe, what is it? Well, okay. Probably Red
Goggins.
and Blue, Robert Greene, 48 Laws of
Yeah.
Power, and then right next to that motherfucker would be, How to Win Friends and Influence People.
Oh God.
I just named off somebody's shelf.
Yeah, he did.
Somebody feels very attacked right now because I probably just looked at their self-help section and was like,
You
bam,
triggered
bam,
them.
bam, bam.
You just triggered somebody right now.
The fucking sniper scope and just like, bing, bing, bing.
You just covered someone's wish list right now, bro.
Yo, I'm capping, bro. I'm in it. I nailed somebody's self-help section. I've got 3 of them, so don't feel too bad.
No, I mean some of them are good. It's not like they're not good.
No.
You know?
No.
It's fine.
I mean, I had to break myself from buying because I found a copy of Can't Hurt Me from Goggins the other day for like $13.
Shit.
And I almost fucking got it, but I was like, I got the audiobook.
I do the same thing though. I have No Coincidence, the Cyberpunk 2077 book.
Yeah.
I first got it on audio, but the audio is so good. And then I really liked, and I follow the artist that did the cover for it. So when I saw that, because I think it wasn't released in the US for a while, and then when they had it come to the US, like I completely got it on the shelf. I like bought a copy too. The book is good though. It's not like the book's not good. The book's like really fucking insanely good.
Yeah.
For a game, a story from a game to a book is usually kind of ass.
Yes.
This one was really good, and it could have been its own fucking game. The characters were written so well.
It's fucking dope.
Sorry, I'm trying to see how I can capture. I got to change the color at some point, but
It's hard. It's a hard habit to break. I was like, let me not. I'll finish the audiobook. I've got it. I will muscle through listening to that dude's voice, his narrator. They lived on the house on 32nd Street.
he opened the
dad
can
used
of
to beat
potatoes
His
one
dad
by
used to
one. His dad used to beat him.
There was a mirror on the there was a mirror on the ceiling so that he could see himself being beaten. He had an unusual childhood. He was the type of kid that you saw at school and thought he went through something. I get it, bro. Fuck, man. Come on. Get somebody else to read this fucking audiobook. Get him to read it.
Dude, that
What the fuck,
is
man?
kind of disappointing that he didn't read it, to be honest.
If I go... Check this shit out. If I go and pick up a copy of The God Delusion right now, guess who's reading that motherfucker?
Oh,
Richard Dawkins.
Oh, man.
It's him reading his own fucking book.
I just, it's because of his voice, specifically Goggins' voice. It's like, how are you not reading this, dude?
Yeah. You gotta have his voice to carry some of that. And then even the narrator says, hey, man, you put the N-word in this book, bro, and it was fucking me up to have to say it. And he's like, I know, it's pretty funny, right? Like, that's fucked up, man.
Oh, man.
But that's all the more reason. I'm like, yeah,
You know,
wouldn't have had a
DiCaprio
problem
shit
with it,
right
bro.
there, dude. It's bad.
It's like, yeah, man, you said that. Yeah, he says that at the end of one of the chapters. He's like, yo, you got the N-word dropped a couple times. I was feeling pretty fucking uncomfortable. It's like,
Oh, my God.
But yeah, how do you have an audio? You're not reading it? What are you doing, man?
Told me to
Okay,
eat
I'm gonna feed his
snakes.
voice to an AI program and just have it churn out chapters.
Oh, shit.
Just not tell him about it. It's fine.
I had to eat the cup of noodles with my hands. It's
Oh,
fucking
God.
disturbing. He's telling you how he felt instead for you getting it.
Yeah.
It's fucking disturbing.
I mean, I get his life was hard, but there are points where like he'll harp on it to a detriment. He's like, yeah, I had to run. I had to keep running. I ran 100 laps, and then I was covered in my own shit. Like, okay, bro, we get it. The 100 laps sold it, bro. I don't need to know the particulars of the poo matter.
And I still kept
in
running
your
for another
dealings
71
with
miles.
The shorts. I'm shaving my ass.
The lady next
Felt
to me
like you've
looked at
ever
me and
dragged a
asked if
dry
I was
match
okay.
across the concrete.
Oh, God.
Fuck! I don't need to know this, man.
My leg came off, so I decided to carry it in 21 more miles. Because I'm a fucking beast. You know what? I need to
And
go to sleep.
I found a nice old Chinese woman. She offered to help me walk. So I got her to help me walk.
But that'll help me walk. She gave me a water too. It was fucking delicious. He's cursing. It's not even in the book when you're reading along with it. Like, this is not in here.
But yeah, I just can't for the life of me understand why.
I don't know.
Missed opportunity though. Maybe at some point that'll be on offer. Maybe when he's like fucking 60.
Maybe.
He gets to be Morgan Freeman's age, where he's just, I don't know, I don't want to do anything. Like, hey, you want to do an audiobook? He'd be like, how much money are y'all paying me? Okay, sure. Penguin Publishing's offering me what? Yeah, okay. Fuck.
Oh no. Let me I'm gonna pause it here.
Do it, man.
Because I'm starting to understand what I needed for free rent. So she's starting to kind of bounce out now, which is great. What it was overall shadowing. I wasn't putting random glares to make certain things pop. And one thing that there was another picture I saw recently. I gotta find it so you guys can see it as an example. I saw, and I didn't realize one of the major things I wasn't doing for my art was adding cooler colors. Sometimes I don't need to do it specifically, but sometimes I need to do it to kind of calm down try to create more contrast in the colors in the picture.
Yeah.
And this was one of the major things that was messing with me with Freerun, which was why it was like, if you could see, look, right now the way it is, it's got the color, it's got what it needs, but it has a weird flatness to it, and I couldn't comprehend what was going on with it. So I was just messing around with this, just adding the blue and the purplish kind of cooler colors with random like shadowing.
Yeah.
And her body kind of stands out just a bit.
Yeah.
It's like this, all it needed was just a little hint of off color to offset the rest of her contrast.
Yeah.
And it worked.
Did you ever read through Color and Light, the James Gurney book?
No.
You know you got a copy of that, right?
Do I?
Yes. If you've got access to Dropbox, it is in the folder that this would be me Bruda would have shared with you.
Okay. I'll get a chance to look at it.
James Gurney, Color of Light, Magical Light, some shit like that.
Okay.
Light and Color. That's that big one that anybody that's been doing graphic design and shit, they're just like, bro, get this.
Okay.
The one that's got that weird dinosaur hybrid ass shit on the front.
I'm looking at it right now. I'm just gonna.
Dinosaur.
How the fuck do I download it? Download. Okay, I downloaded it.
Nice.
Yeah, I'll look through it. I'll read it.
Yeah, do it. Yeah, man. That's the trick, because they go into some shit.
Because I think that's the last, not the last, because you're always learning, but one of the major things that I'm missing in terms of really understanding digital paint.
Yeah, and mind you, a lot of it deals with pigment, but like you can easily just go, oh yeah, done.
Yeah.
Approximate, come up with a parallel. It's like, okay.
Yeah, see, look, I don't know what it is. Something about it, it's made it a much different picture. And I just added just a bluish, cooler hue to certain areas of her body. Just to give a little bit more pop to the lighter areas. I gotta fix her hands. I don't want them on her hands yet, but...
Okay. Should give her, just for one joke image, give her big Hulk hands.
I should.
Just post that as the teaser and just not tell anybody. Just
be like,
post
yo,
it legitimately.
I got free rent on here. They're like, what the fuck? Has to go with her hands, dude.
You put that on a that would be a funny if you're doing Instagram stories, but do that as a story. And like she's almost finished, guys, and it's a fucking close up to her Hulk hands.
I think I did that one time on Twitter when I was doing the I might revisit it at some point. Scarlet Witch picture.
Oh yeah.
And her eyes looked really freaky, and I posted it like that. Like, look what I'm doing. She looks like a fucking nutcase.
Nice.
Anyway,
do it, man.
I'm gonna leave this picture. It looks like we didn't do much, but
that's the girl making the fucking weird face in every third photo. That's what that is.
Oh God. Orc Lady's coming out pretty good. I gotta do a lot more on the axe, obviously. Did we fix her boobs? We did a lot of here and there's on her, not major, which is what I wanted. I wanted to kind of perfect certain things.
Yeah.
But now that we're getting there, she's gonna be great. I'm not gonna lie. She really liked the way this picture came out.
Hey.
It was good ways to. I'm okay with taking my time a little bit on this one.
What? There is no rush. There is no hurry.
There we go.
Free run's not a commission either, right?
No.
Yeah, then you can absolutely take your time. You got all the time in the world.
Yeah, I do.
Fuck.
That's why I've been working on so many different things, like this one. And
Yeah.
This is just that naked lady on the other dude. Let me get these out.
Naked lady.
Naked lady.
Oh my god. So much titty flesh. I don't know why that phrase makes me laugh.
This sounds so demanding. That's why.
I can't remember who said it. It was probably something from Red Letter Media where they're just like, oh my god, so much titty flesh.
Sounds like some shit Hank Hill would say.
I think probably what's his name said it at some point.
Like, for God's sake, Karen, you came outside and just showed me way too much titty flesh. I need to go back in the house.
Yeah. And now that you said that, that sounds like I didn't mean to post that there. That sounds like a Jack Packard thing too, given that he grew up on a farm.
Oh shit.
Which doesn't mean he said it himself. It's not me being an asshole. Jack Packard grew up on a farm. But I think that's why he said, he's like, oh man, so much titty flesh.
Come on there, Jackie. You don't have to come outside and show me so much titty flesh. It's gonna be interesting to watch the new season of King of the Hill as an adult.
Oh god, or it could be really depressing.
It could be really good.
It could be like SLC Punk 2.
Ooh.
Why is there a sequel? That's kind of why I want to see Trainspotting 2. I want to see if that's depressing. Or if
No, everybody said it was like extremely good.
It's cool.
It's like hats off to it being extremely good.
Just dumping a bunch of shit. Sorry, Generals is gonna be fucked. You're gonna have to suffer through it, guys. Got some bald guy, a bunch of anime bullshit, some Mark Manson, and a man dressed as a leprechaun for some reason.
As long as he ain't showing, let me stop.
As long as he ain't showing no titty flesh, it's fine.
As long as there ain't no man titty flesh just showing just a whooping in the wind, I think we're gonna be all right, Bobby. I think we're gonna be all right.
All right, calling it.
Yeah, because I'm gonna keep going if I don't.